Hey, we all them good things y'all be saying. Let me stop. Hey, what's going on? Good morning. And how art thou, universe? It's a good day to talk about all the good things going on in the blurred verse. Oh, yes, sir. We going to the blurred sphere today, and we have special guests galore. So don't go nowhere because we want to talk to you specifically about what's going on this crazy season finale. I know it's been a few days, but my goodness, if you watch From, you've come to the right place. So stay tuned because we may actually have some folks that come from the From universe joining us this morning, in addition to the homie Maddi May, who may be joining us to talk some anime stuff as well. But real quick, back to the From stuff, because I still ain't over it. I'm not going to lie. I know it's been like 6 or 7 days, but this stuff has got me traumatized. How dare they do this to this man? Just gonna put this man in all kind of. Oh, he wants it. Watch it. But I know you got feelings too, and so does the crew. So let's go ahead and get to it. This is the New Blurred Order, friends. If you ain't ready, get ready. Let's go ahead and go.
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass nigga with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean so he always got hoes. Light skinny bitches like.
All righty, y'all. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. There are things on the docket today. I'm not going to lie. There's so much going on. I don't even know where to start, but we are going to start with the fact that we did have our final episode of From Season 3 this week, and I know we all watched it. I am joined live by none other than the Blur Click this morning. I got Nolly in the house. We got Ant in the house, and there may even be a few more on the way. But what's going on, gang?
Yo, good morning.
Good morning, Nolly.
How are you?
I don't know, man. I'm a little traumatized, if I'm being honest, because I don't know if you saw this most recent episode of From, in addition to all the other crazy things that are going on. By the way, shout out to those who are tuning in right now. We are at the New Blurred Order. If you are not following, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and take a couple seconds and hit that like, subscribe button right quick for the homies, because, yeah, we plan on being here for the whole couple hours. And for those of you all who are into From, we got a special treat for y'all. We are expecting to speak with the one and only, if I'm not mistaken, and Mr. Nathan D Simmons, who is of From fame. You know him as Elgin, and some of y'all just know him as the guy who got hurt in one of the last scenes. You know, if you ain't seen it, man, we ain't gonna spoil it for you, but you should have been synced it by now. We want to ask this dude about a whole bunch of things, man, but I just want to ask, like, Anthony, I saw your streams on the movie blog, and I was on one of them, man. Are you any clearer on what's happened in Fromville since we last talked? Do we have any better idea who the man in yellow is? Do we have any better idea what happened with the time jump, or if Julie is Julie from now or Julie from then? Any better idea if Miranda is everybody in the village's mom? like, what's really good, bro? Like, talk to us and shout out to the comments. Please join. This is a conversation for everybody. We're gonna be interactive this morning. What's goody? Yeah, Anthony, talk to us, man.
Oh man, Tamiranda's got a lot of husbands. That's all. That's one thing I definitely walked away with. She's no longer seeking brother husbands. Found, lost and found.
Brother husband.
Man, but no, you're right. This season had a lot going on. We had Elgin getting. I'm sorry if you ain't see it in a week. I'm just gonna start spilling some beans. Elgin got tortured.
Oh my. Did he?
Oh, thank you. Yes, put it up.
Is that even the word? Like,
yo,
whoa, yeah.
He effed around. He found out, right? He entered into phase 2, right? Phase 1 was taking Fatima. Phase 2 is when you find out.
Wow. Yeah, man. And the sad part for me is, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Like, when I'm looking at the results, the end results of what ended up transpiring, you're kind of like, bruh, you could have, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it really that honorable? You held out for what, 10 minutes and ended up spinning the beans anyway? Where they do that at, bro? Like, I don't know if he can make it with the No Limit soldiers. This is not a real soldier right here, bro.
I'm mad you got a clip of him going to sleep every few seconds.
I'm
Like all season long, my man was asleep. Like he woke up on the button.
Okay, let me before you slander me. This is his page, okay? This ain't just me. I put his page up, man. What's the comments talk about though? I mean, Nolly, do you feel the same? Like after watching it, I feel like when we talked on Monday on the movie blog at YouTube, which you all should be subscribing to if you're not, there was half of us was underwhelmed, or the word I think we used was whelmed. Like, I mean, it was cool. I still thought that it was a pretty revealing season finale. Are you, Nolly? Are you still of the thought that it was a lot more to be shared and we didn't get what we wanted, therefore it wasn't that great, or what? I mean, what?
I think I'm whelmed. I feel like the pacing was a little off in comparison to season 2 season finale, but I was glad that I was right in one of my assumptions as to what was going on. But who is this man in yellow?
Yeah. Who is the man in yellow? Who do you think it is? Anthony?
Yo, every time I look at him, I just expect Curious George to come crawling up his
Yes.
shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
You think that's Curious George? Yo, that's
Like,
crazy. Okay. I just need a hat.
yeah, that's it, right? Just that big.
What's that?
As far as like who he actually is, I don't think the character we've absolutely met yet. So one thing that I really am analyzing right now that we've seen the finale, everybody's seen it, we've all got a chance to dive into it, is how time travel works in this show. Because we done seen Julie do this story walking thing, right? She walked into the past, she threw Boyd the rope. She was able to hear her mom in the caves, and then she even went further into the past, and she could actually hear the children of the forest being sacrificed. That's what I'm gonna call them right now, the homeless kids.
Homeless kids.
She heard them being sacrificed. So it's like we know that she has this ability, but we don't really know how it works. Ethan said that, you know, once the story is told, you can't change it. But it's like, well, what does that mean? Because we absolutely saw her throw the rope to Boyd, right? So she can do stuff, but it's like, how does it work? Yeah, I'm really just trying to figure out how it works.
Maybe
what you got?
Maybe helping in the sense of like throwing him the rope isn't as big of a change in like how story goes, whereas like trying to prevent her dad to die, because you know you can try and change events, but if something is meant to happen, I feel like it'll happen anyway. So even if she can save Jim, I think eventually he'll die some other way no matter what. But maybe because she didn't interfere too much with just throwing him the rope, that it's not as bad, if that makes sense. I always feel like you can't fuck with time, right?
Right.
Like events that happened, they were meant to happen. Destiny was set up in such a way that you can't. It's like Final Destination. You can't avoid it forever.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all are familiar with there's a show called it's oh my god. Oh wow, I really need to start taking preparation. But now Dark, I think it's called. It's set in I think it's Germany. And one of the premises, I won't give away the show if you haven't watched it. It's 2 seasons. It's ridiculously good in my opinion. It's time travel based. Anything time travel always got my attention. But the theme of the show seems to be no matter what it is that you do, once you learn about time travel, every move you make to try to change things only cements what ends up happening even further. Like you can't go back and be like, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure that my parents go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance and make sure that they hook up. And like, nah, it don't work like that. Like you can't change like the more you try to change it, the more you make it what it is. So I just wonder, like when she runs up with her new bob wig at the very end of the season and is trying to save her dad. Like if that's something that, I mean, did she somehow kill him? Okay, because if she didn't show up and like make all that racket, who's to say that he doesn't just walk out of the woods on his own accord before Man in Yellow pulls up? You know, like we can speculate that perhaps her trying to help is what killed him. I mean, am I tripping? I mean,
it's hard for me because Jim was sitting there trying to reconcile with the fact that he has a brother husband, right? Like he was like, you ever see like guys just put their hands on their knees, like,
yeah.
Yo, come on.
If my man had a stiff drink right then, you know he would have been right. If he would have had one of them little moonshine drinks they've been making, he would have kicked that joint back.
He really sat there and was like, "This is what I get for shutting the fuck up and listening."
Yo, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yo, he literally did the right thing this season, and he ended up having a bad day for it. And yo, Anthony, talk about bad days, bro. He went from fine, I will submit to my wife, to hey, that's music. I'm having a good day. Sure, I'll follow you guys out into the woods and talk about the Uncle kids. Hold on. So I ain't even your first husband. These kids is who? Oh, those kids. Jade is your what? You know what I'm saying? And then to cap it off, Curious George pull up out the woodwork, and it's just like, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and just cut this whole life thing. Even though, Anthony, we both know Jim was being he got what he deserved in that moment, bro. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's just be honest, bro.
He
was asking for it. Yes,
I just started to like him again. I was just starting to like his ass again.
Me too. I was starting to like him.
Yeah, no, I was starting to like him again. I don't think he got what he deserved. I think he got more than he bargained for. Because it's already bad enough when your enemy becomes your wife. Like you remember The Walking Dead? With Rick and Shane. Like, yo, that's my boy. Yeah. Now I hate you. Now I really hate you. Man. Like he went through all of that in 60 seconds. And he didn't even have a gun.
But to be fair, Shane was acting out his ass. Jade was just on the same page. He was just realizing it at the same time. So he wasn't really like, on some Shane level, but there are some similarities, yes. He did do all that in 60 seconds.
And let me just kind of just clear the name of Shane real quick. It ain't like Shane was trying to mess with somebody he thought was still around. I mean, he was trying to be in the Bible.
He didn't even check it.
In the Bible, it says
the bed wasn't even cold, and he was like, "Well, I blockaded his door. That's the best I could do. Now I got his place." He didn't even wait.
Yo, but then when they found out, I think the dirty part about that, honestly, wasn't Shane, because dudes gonna be dudes. It was the wife. Like, she's the one. Like, they off in the woods. You know what? We going into a whole other tangent.
Yeah, I know.
We sorry. Justice for Shane is all up. No,
leave that man alone, right?
The reason I said that my man deserved it, not because we all started to like him. He started to get better. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that, but it's because everything pointed to him doing everything other than what he did in that moment. Am I right? Comment section, where y'all at? Everything. Daughter shows up. Let's go. Why?
So
man shows up. You should listen to your wife, Jim. Why? Who is you? Who is you, thug, that just pulled up out of nowhere in the daylight with a yellow suit on, that's talking shit with no eyelids? How do I have a conversation with you in your face while my daughter is telling me to run? Yeah, let me, the big bad tough guy, come and tell you, Mr. Ghost Man with no eyeballs, how I'm going to make this go. Let me tell you, in the middle of the monster woods, of which I have no weapons, nobody to have my back, nowhere to run, no talisman, no nothing. Let me get up in your face and thug the shit out of you because I'm a gangster, B. Yes, he got what he deserved because all signs were pointing to run in that moment. Literally, the whole Richard Pryor run, the whole entire like literally like run. Like there's no reason for him to do anything other than run in that moment, bro. And since he didn't, he got what he deserved.
If Jim was black, he'd be alive. Ain't no way someone popping up in the woods talking about we gotta go. And
we're gonna figure it out along the way.
I'll find out why we gotta go when we get to where we gotta go.
Exactly. You don't gotta tell black people 2 or 3 times. Like,
No.
We running this? What we doing?
Jim is one of those where you're in the woods where he's like, "Oh my god, they took Billy. Where's Billy?" And everyone's like, "Billy's dead. Let's fucking go." Yeah.
Exactly, bruh. I give him maybe a little bit of grace, but still being like, "Yo, hold the fuck up. My wife is who again?" You know what I'm saying? Kind of being in that dazed era. But once your daughter shows up, especially after she's already kind of mad at you for making her the surrogate mom after you unfortunately have your incident with Thomas, now she's showing up and you're trying to get back in her graces by fighting the one person that you've never come into contact with. What was he planning on doing, Anthony? What was the plan? Yo, hey, motherfucker, I said leave our daughter alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the police. Like, what was the plan? That was a terrible plan.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, like, but he's tapping into like what a lot of paternal instincts are, right? If you see your kid, right, and there's blood on their face, you're probably not going to be thinking straight, right? You're probably going to be, you might turn a deaf ear to sense for a second, at least for a moment, to ask them the normal questions. Is this your fault? Do I have to pay some money for this shit? What did you break? Like, where we go? That's what you're going to start asking them, these simple, important questions. But this for Jim, it was more so like, hey, what happened to your face? Why does your hair look like this? But more importantly, what happened to your face? The man in yellow popping up at the wrong time, just it doesn't look right? Like, again, paternal instincts. My daughter's bleeding. She looked like she'd been attacked. This dude look homeless. I'm putting 2 to 2 together. This is Central Park, right? Like we about to.
Oh man, I just also with regard to the man in yellow. All right, there was some speculation that he's one of the people that are already in the village right now, maybe in the future. My question for y'all is, I don't want to speculate because we're not going to get those answers. Obviously I want to speculate, but not about who he is. We don't know who he is. But at least can we talk about how he appeared? Because he did say knowledge comes with a cost, right? And so it's almost as if he's saying, look, the more you want answers, the worse things are going to get. So it's almost like he showing up is him showing that there are other layers to this place that we weren't aware of, which is what Randall's been trying to say to Boyd the whole time as well. Look, maybe dying is not the worst thing that can happen, but where does he? He obviously he's been here. He is the voice from the radio.
Yep.
So what, pray tell, is the incident, Nolly or Ant? What is the incident that caused for him to now walk through whatever wormhole he did to now be available for us to speak to directly instead of over the phone?
I want to say because we've reached the point where people are starting to figure out kind of not exactly like what entirely is going on, but the situations that bring them there. Because I think they're stuck in a loop. I think that they are being like reincarnated in living lives, but ending up in Fromville because they have not figured out what they need to do to get out of it. So they're in like an endless cycle. And I think figuring out the fact that they're in an endless cycle and that they've been there before is like a tipping point, because we also had Smiley be reborn at the same time. So there's a lot of things going on. So when there's so much shit going on, I feel like there's like probably like a tear somewhere where things are just going to have to come through and leave us with this shit show.
You think you feel the same way, Ant?
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here and I'm also looking at the comments. I see Carrie posted something that I've been totally thinking this entire time.
Okay.
Carrie put up, I think the man in yellow is second in command, maybe the first man that praised the entity and convinced the others. And maybe the boy in white is his son and was the first sacrificed kid, hence why they are both more powerful. So
Whoa! Shout out to
I'm
Carrie.
picking up what you're putting down, Carrie.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
so
one time for
I
Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming through, Carrie. Appreciate you dropping all this knowledge this morning.
Yeah.
One thing I've been saying is that I don't think the man in yellow is the final boss. I don't think he's the final boss. He's like a
You don't think?
mid-level boss. Like you halfway through the game, you starting to uncover too much information. Now you got to go up against the lieutenant. So
Okay.
that's who I think the man in yellow is. I don't think he's like the actual overall entity empowering all of the people. But I agree that, in my mind, I think like all of this stuff happened in like the early 1500s, and this dude was like a snake oil salesman going from town to town until he stumbled across something that was bigger than he could handle. And I think he actually ended up helping people sacrifice their children in order to gain eternal life. And that's pretty much his origin, because he looked like a Jasper, right? Like when you look at his shirt, he got them old 18, like, one of them joints that you see in Oregon Trail, like you got malaria and die. He looked like one of those, right?
He do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he's from that time period.
He also looks like a cracked
Go
out
ahead.
version of Victor's dad.
You think what?
I'm not saying that they all look the same, but I'm saying that he looks like a cracked out version of Victor's dad.
A cracked out version of Victor's dad. Oh, so you think that it could possibly be Victor's dad type thing, just in a different form, like angry, coming back, like, yo, y'all did this to my son. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make you all. Well, didn't we already? I mean, some people think that it's actually Victor.
Some people think it's Martin. Some people think it's Ethan. There's a lot of theories out there. Like, I know somebody in the comments is going to drop one of their favorite theories, but there's a lot of theories out there. Look, Isaac Claymore said the man in yellow is Jasper. See?
The man in yellow is Jasper. The man in yellow is the doll now. Is that what we think? So,
or the doll is based on the man in yellow.
Oh, maybe. Because maybe the doll is just a vessel, like another communication, like the radios in the diner and the radio at Colony House. Maybe it's just another vessel to communicate and influence things.
Okay. Is there a possibility that he? I mean, because it's hard for me to say that he's Jasper when he's also the one that talked over the radio, right, Carrie? Carrie, shout out to Carrie in the comments. Who that said it was Jasper? Oh, my bad. That's Isley. Isley, man, what year was you born? Isley Jenkins from out here in Newport, Michigan. I don't know. It's hard to really depict that. Also, what the Randall thing? That ended weird. Am I tripping? Like, what was the conclusion of the Randall thing? Like, they kind of opened up a door and just left it open.
We needed some more, because I feel like that's a plot thing that people are going to forget by the time season 4 premieres, and we're all going to have to be rewatching and being like, where were we going with this? Because they'll probably hit us with some shit in the first 2 episodes and we'll be like, wait, hold on. Huh?
Right. Yeah, because what if? Like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't know what's going on with him and with the girls up in the hospital, so to speak. But also, like, they keep alluding to what it is that happened when they all got sucked up into the right? But as of this moment, do we really know whether or not they all have the same powers? Because Julie out here walking in other people's stories, you know what I'm saying? All Randall gets is attacked by locusts every 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, in his head, and that's his superpower. Like, what was he about to do anyway? What was he going? What was he going to do? Was he
shits out?
Is that what he was doing? Like, yo, my man is wilding. Comments, speak to me. What is going on with Randall? What's going on with them up at the thruple house, which is what I'm gonna start calling it if they don't get things together. Because you got comedy house and you got thruple house. All right, it's just like what's going on? And shout out to Curry for saying the BIW. That's how you know you in too deep. You know the MIW, the BIW, the MIY, all these acronyms.
She got too much to say. It's too much to write out everybody's names. We gonna cut it down. We gonna be
that's right. I know that's right, man. Well, listen, this is a whole crazy shenanigan. I don't know. I still got more questions. All right. We still waiting. I don't know. Maddi may or may not pull up. If she don't, no worries. We'll just keep talking from. Here's
what did y'all think about Smiley coming back?
Disturbed. Disturbing. I'm hoping to ask Elgin. I need to stop calling him that because his name is Nathan. His mama called him Nathan. I'm gonna call him Nathan. But I'm hoping to maybe get some insight from Nathan, maybe about like what's involved with the let me not, let me focus on Elgin's character. Let me not focus on, but I'm just wondering, like, what do they make? How do they make his face? Is that his real smile? Like, it's really creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his face hurt. I know his face hurt.
Yeah. It hurt. Why? Is it like the Joker thing where, like, you remember in the original Batman where they kind of put this shit in his face and he's kind of looking like that the whole time? Like, that is a very disturbing. I don't know. What do you think about it, Ant?
What do you mean, Smiley smile or Elgin smile?
Smiley. What do you think about Smiley?
Oh no, that's natural. That's organic. I done interviewed this man. He couldn't turn that shit off. It's like the lights was always on for this man. Like it does not turn off. And I really enjoy when his character is around because he just makes you feel like he just makes you uncomfortable to be around with that creepy ass smile. Like he's somebody who does this effortlessly. So I always enjoy his character. Don't let him talk too much, but I always enjoy his character just being that silent, threatening, like kind of like Jason, right? Like I don't need to say a word. So I'm excited to see him come back, but I'm really curious about that whole scene as a whole, mainly because, like, one, we found out the monsters just can't die, right? If you kill a monster, somebody's getting pregnant. Somebody's gonna get pregnant. Somebody's gonna get pregnant.
And there's nobody showing up with Plan B in Frumville, so
nah.
Yeah, they got a diner, they got a church, but they ain't got no pharmacy.
Nope. Planned Parenthood said it's out of our jurisdiction.
All right. But go ahead, Ant.
No, but yeah, I'm really curious about what that scene means, but also, like, how does the zombie lady relate to the monsters? We never seen that interaction before. That was the first time we seen them together. And then it's like, for a long time, a lot of us were assuming that she would be antagonistic towards the monsters. Like maybe she was a victim that's trying to get revenge, like an Onryo or some other Japanese spirit. But now she's their midwife. She's their demon doula. Like, she's bringing in
midwife.
That's what I'm gonna call her from now on, the demon doula.
Yeah. Helping them out.
Midwife. Yo, all right. Well, I want to take issue with something you said, and not take issue, but just kind of maybe counter it a little bit. You say that the monsters can't die, but that's not true. They can die. They just can be brought back to life, right? That's a little bit more accurate. So there is a way to kill them. It's just a matter of how do you prevent the babies from being reborn, if that's even a possibility. It feels like there is a way. Well, what you say, Nolly?
Hysterectomies for everybody. You just gonna have to do it old school.
It don't matter. Fatima wasn't supposed to.
This was not natural vaginal birth. Yes. Nolly, this was. They sliced her open, yo. This was straight alien freaking birth type. I mean, I don't know. Was it? I mean, was it natural birth?
She gave birth. It's just,
I felt like
it was hella quick. It was just hella quick.
And that baby grew. Baby is a miracle grow baby. Like, well, good Lord. No.
Like a chia pet.
So I guess the way you kill them, Anthony, is once they die, if you get the right bile from the right dead, being or whatever, I suppose, or if you get the right, worm under your skin from said prisoner in certain tower, then once your reincarnate baby shows up, just stop eating. That's how you kill him, because remember, the baby was gone when she stopped eating. So all you have to do is start. Yo, why you look like that? This is true. This is facts. The baby was gone. Nathan. See, now I can't. Elgin had to go and feed her. She's like, oh, it's okay. You just got to feed the baby. The baby ain't eating. That's why the baby left, because you wasn't feeding the baby all of that good inside juice that they was eating, that they need to eat. And we were like, all right, cool. So that's what it is. So that is how you kill a monster in From, Anthony, just in case you ain't know. Oh, okay, hold up, man. We got a special guest in the building, everybody. I'd like y'all to help me welcome to the platform the one and only. You've seen her all over the place. You've seen her on TikTok. You've seen her at Airbnb. It's only one and only. Yes. What up, Yazzie?
Hey guys.
Yaz is speaking to us from an undisclosed location. I'm just playing. There she is. What's going on, Yazzie?
Hi guys. How are you?
We good. It's good to see you this morning. We're expecting some special guests, possibly. Maddi may not show. Here's the thing about Maddi, which I gotta understand. Maddi is a West Coaster, all right? So, there's a good chance she probably just didn't wake up this morning. And if that happens, no pressure. Maybe we'll speak to her again in the future. If she don't pull up, we're still hoping to speak with the homie Elgin, who we are going to stop calling Elgin, and we're going to call him From. Excuse me. I said From. I'm going to call him Nathan D Simmons. Yes, I'm all over the place this morning. How you been? How's your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. I'm all over the place as well. I'm sad Bad Tie is in here because I totally spaced with being with my mom for the holidays, my mother-in-law for the holidays. Like, they share the same birthday, so I'm over here kicking myself in the ass because I didn't wish my boy happy birthday, and I'm like, I know it was like, did I miss it? I'm like, woke up this morning all in like a tizzy, like, damn, I'm all backwards right now. I feel you.
Yeah, we missed Ty. Yeah, happy birthday to Bad Ty. It was his birthday earlier this week.
I texted Ty.
You did.
Nolly, thanks for reminding all of us.
Sorry.
With the love, okay, damn.
I get from point A to point B and then right to point G.
I'm just saying. I was like, damn, my Facebook didn't even remind me or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to write to Facebook and be like, bro, you're slacking on the notifications.
How will we keep up?
Yeah, happy belated birthday to the homie Ty. Ty's not feeling so well. He may still pull up this morning, but yeah, as of this moment, he is a year older. And I just real quick sidestep before we continue with what's going on in From World. And yes, we see you, Antoine. Shout out to Antoine. Shout out to Joie. Am I saying that right? Wa? Is it Juan Goddess? All right? You know what? I'm not worried about all that.
We're gonna say Goddess.
Yeah, Goddess. Shout out to Leo. Serenity, the homie. Yo, Serenity, I love you. Appreciate you pulling up on the YouTube always. Don't take it the wrong way. But real quick, about birthdays. I don't feel like it's my obligation to tell people that it's somebody's birthday. My mom is one of those people, like, she sends me those texts that say, like, hey, yo, it's your uncle Ernie birthday. He was born. And like, I don't know this nigga. I don't know this dude. You know what I'm saying? I know he's my uncle, but what am I? He gonna get some random text from some cousin he ain't met in like 30 years? And I don't like doing that. So I'm gonna keep it real. The day of Ty's birthday, I wanted to put in the group, yo, happy birthday to Ty. But I was like, nah. The real folks who know Ty's birthday gonna pull up.
Well, I remembered. I just couldn't remember which day it was. Like, I was like, I know it's in, you know what I'm saying, between Thanksgiving, but I couldn't remember if it was before or after. And then, like, I'm here with my mother-in-law, so I'm trying to be in family, not mess with my phone and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, oh my God, I kicked myself in the ass this morning. I looked at my calendar. I said, wow. How did I miss that? How did I fucking 4 to 5 years with my friend, and I missed his birthday? I feel some type of way right now, so I'm gonna have to send him something.
Nah, I ain't like that shit. Nah, no excuses, son. Yeah, I mean, like, you should have been hit. You knew my birthday, yeah. I mean, like, you ain't hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
I kicked this whole morning. I've been kicking myself in the ass since I got up, and I had a revelation of I missed Bad Ty's birthday. I'm a horrible friend.
Yeah, you is a horrible friend, yes. Like, I swear, like, all you have to do is pick up your phone, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, I swear it's in the iPad right now. Like it's in the iPhone. All you gotta do is look at your calendar or whatever. Yeah, but it's all
Like,
good.
the
It's good
iPhone
to
didn't
know
even
why I
say
lie.
it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The iPhone, Facebook, all of them are
Nah,
slacking. I
yo,
need to
you
write
gotta
a
program that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, but you really program for shit you really think is important. You know what I mean? I bet you ain't forget about your wedding and shit. Yes, I bet you knew to go
What do
over
you
all
mean? It
them
was my
buildings.
So what is the exact day? What is the exact day is his
The
birthday?
27th is Bad
you
Guy's
too,
birthday.
yo, I swear, like, yo, I swear, I thought we was down, B. I swear. No, it's the
He shares the
27th.
same
man, I
birthday
swear.
with my mother-in-law. I will never forget.
What you said, Ed? What you said, Nolly?
You leave historically accurate Jesus alone.
Yeah, that is true. I do be looking like Jesus and shit.
Christ.
I mean, but it's all good. I mean, I'm gonna be here in a little bit, so y'all just calm your ass down or whatever. I'm just getting my hair right for the show or whatever. All right, Ty, appreciate you, man. Pull on up. Yes, we was talking about some of the crazy stuff that's happened in the world of From. I'm sure you've seen the finale as of this point, yo. And so the world wants to know who Yaz believes the man in yellow is. We have our suspicions.
Okay.
But who do you think Mr. Man in yellow is? Pray tell, Jazz.
I think he's Satan.
Yo,
Did you see his eyes, bro? Did you see his eyes? Okay, this dude's eyes was like full on black and possessed, and then he like blinked or some shit, and then it like turned white real quick, and then it went right back to black, and he's like, and I was like, oh hell no, that's Satan. Oh no, not today, Satan. And the way he grabbed Jim and then just like bitch slapped Julie, yo, that's Satan. All right, he's got no disregard, okay? Because after he did that. Oh God, the finale. I'm still jaw dropped at like, oh my gosh, season 4 is gonna start off. Oh my God, it's gonna be like episode 1 all over again. Like, what
you
the
think
fuck?
So?
Yes, absolutely. First 8 minutes, you're gonna be jaw dropped, like, oh my God, because like, think of where they cliffhangered us off at. You see what I'm saying? Like, Julie time walking, dude. It's shit's crazy. Okay, like yo. I don't even want to. Oh my God. So much shit happened.
You agree with that, Anthony?
That he's Satan? He's Mephisto.
No, I guess
He's
that
Satan.
too. It was really about like that season 4 is going to be like a callback to season 1. I feel like that was a rare, like season 1, like there will be no more. There will not be another season like season 1. That's my opinion.
So I hope that they do a time skip. Honestly, hope that there's a time skip, and I hope that the show kind of, you ever see how like some shows they kind of reinvent themselves? Like you watch like The Walking Dead, it's like straight up horror, then it's kind of like adventure. The Wire switches genre. I want From to like kind of borrow from another genre. Just we've had that character study, that slow psychological horror. Now I want to just sprinkle a little bit of action in there, right? Like they don't got to go full Walking Dead, but I definitely need to see Boyd, Kenny, and Ellis get back to trying to capture a fucking monster. Like they were supposed to be capturing a monster.
You're right.
Half the season.
That was true. That is true.
But
okay, all right.
Think about what just transpired though, with Fatima giving birth and everything. You see what I'm saying? Now that certain people have been arisen again, resurrected again, shall I say? Okay, this motherfucker is like Jesus. So it's
a lot of Jesus this morning.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's not Sunday, but we're gonna pretend anyway. Okay. But the way that whole transpired, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, this I do know. I know that. Go ahead. What's up?
No, I forgot. I have something I haven't shared yet.
Yo, you holding out on us, bro?
Right?
Dude,
I thought we were.
It's like that. We was just starting to vibe, and it's already like we're getting held out on already, bro. What's happening?
I just put it there.
Where we put it? Oh. Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
Yo, full screen.
I just want to shout out Serenity really quickly. Thank you. I'm all natural today. This is Yaz, so I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you, Serenity. And shout out to the comments. One time for everybody who's following on YouTube, you watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and we got to get a Cash App button like Anthony Because Anthony,
We
I
do.
want to thank you, Heavenly Father. Like we would have had at least about 5 or 6 Kanye drops by now if we was on Anthony's live. So we need to upgrade. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. Anthony's got some stuff working in the background. So let's go ahead and put this together right quick and see if we can go ahead and watch what he did, man. So check it out, y'all. Look at this. Look who it is.
Yeah.
Look who it is. Is that Miranda? What?
Tamaranda.
So yo, let's chat. Like, what's going on in the world of Miranda? So, what did you talk to her about, bro? And while we're watching this, let's keep in mind that we're expecting Elgin to pull up here any moment now. Hopefully, maybe not, but if he does, for the time being, if you would like to throw some comments, suggesting questions, now's a good time. I ain't saying we gonna use them, and if they trash, I'm gonna tell you they trash, but if you want to go ahead and put something up as a recommendation, now would be a good time. Now, go ahead, talk to us about what's happening with this, Anthony. Like, what's going on?
Real quick, before I even get started with this, now we calling her Tamaranda.
Tamaranda.
I see 114 people watching on YouTube, at least on my channel, maybe at least another 50 on New Blurred Order. Please, y'all, can we get these likes up? I see like 49 likes. The math ain't math, and y'all know that bothers me. It's my little what's going on here? Do I have to start stripping? Like, what do we got to do? We
Yo, hold on. Yes, that's what we need. Let me get answer music. We finna go ahead and go ahead and take it on.
Don't play your sexy music.
With the cash
Come on, hey, take it off.
Okay, Anthony, get it.
No, man, hold on. This is a family show, bro. Come on,
I was about to say, I don't think I have my wallet in here. It's somewhere else. So.
No, it's not.
Hashtag $, the movie blog.
the movie. Take it off, movie blog. Hold on, what's that? Oh, hold on. Yo, we just got another one. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me show a little something too now. If that's what we doing, man, hold on now. Hey, fam, you.
Oh, man.
How much I can get for this side of the chest?
Yeah.
All right, that might work out in a couple weeks.
Left or right?
Anyway, let's go. What's up with the interview, man? What's up with the interview?
So I had an opportunity to speak with Catalina Sandino Moreno, the actress who plays Tabitha. I spoke to her once throughout the season, but this one was actually after the season finale. So I got to speak with her again. I didn't even share this with anybody yet, except for I think my Patreon members. So this is going to be the world premiere. Oh, thank you.
Yo, hold up. Wait a minute. Yo, hold up. Did Vanessa just put 5 on it? Hold up, man.
Make it rain, Anthony. Do it.
Here we go. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Anthony. Stop some things for the day. I want to thank you. Hey.
Oh, sing it.
Hey. Go ahead, make it rain.
Do a body roll.
Hey, take it off. Do it for the child. Let me stop. Yeah, man. All right, so go ahead. Thank you, Vanessa. We got to get one. Vanessa, hey, so that means that, hey, you know, Anthony got to split that $5 5 ways.
Yeah.
you gotta cash that outlet. It's like
that's,
all
why you didn't get a lot of dancing. He just stood up for you. So you could see the chest. That's it. Yeah.
Just
right?
Yeah, that's right. Here they go.
Real quick, man, special guest. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. Look who we got into his house. Is none other than the belated birthday boy himself. I want y'all to help me welcome Mr. Bad Time Bricks to the building. The bullies in the house. Sipping on lean like Quill. What's going on, baby? Jesus, what it do?
What up, everybody? I'm definitely under the weather. I'm out of it a little bit. I took some medication, so we're gonna see how long I hold up.
Medication.
Yeah, right.
We'll see how long.
That cough syrup.
Yeah,
little something green from the. Let me stop. Yo, man, you've been the topic of discussion this morning. Nolly is defending your baby. What'd you call them? Actual factual. Historically accurate Jesus. But yo, you just in time, man. We've been sitting there speculating about what's going on From and everything like that. And we do have the esteemed guest Elgin expected to join us here any minute now. But before we get to that, our man Ant was about to show us some of the stuff that he's been gathering. He's got all these Infinity Gems in these cast interviews, and we just want to kind of check this one out real quick. So go ahead, Ant. What were you talking about?
Let's do it. I got to speak with Tabitha after the finale. I got to ask her thoughts on the finale. I honestly, I don't even think I've watched the interview since I recorded it. Like, I shared it with the Patreon members, so I'm gonna watch it with y'all for the first time. Let's go.
Hey.
Okay, let's do it.
I am so excited to speak with you again.
Let's go. What's happening? Have you watched all the episodes? What episode are you in?
I'm all caught up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Right?
I'm definitely gonna run this after the finale. So I have to ask you, the reveal that Tabitha is the reincarnation of Miranda is making my mind do mental gymnastics.
Same.
What went through your mind when you learned this twist?
I was having mental I mean, the same. Wait, it all makes sense. I mean, like, they're so smart in the way they write this show. Because when you see the interactions that Tabitha has with Victor from season 1, from there in the tunnels, when they go in the tunnels, you see her as a very motherly thing. Like, it's okay, Victor. We're gonna move together. We're gonna do. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. It's okay. Just let's sit down. Very calm, very motherly, very tender towards Victor, which a lot of people, like Jade is like, oh my God, that's a fucking freak out. I like it. Don't talk to me. You're a freak. Unlike Tabitha, that is. It all makes sense to me. At the end, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are brilliant, because that's what we've been doing from season 1. It's like this very nice motherly relationship, and actually, for her to be Miranda is like brilliant.
Oh, I'm still in shock about that whole moment, and then Jim's death at the hands of the man in yellow. That's messed up. Like, Jim just wanted to know whose voice that was on the radio, and he effed around and found out. So how is Tabitha going to move forward from here? What would you like to see her do in going into a season 4, if there's a season 4, knock on wood?
Oh, yeah. This is something that I've been thinking about, like, how is this going to move forward? Because this woman lost a child. Now she's losing a husband. So how is she going to cope? She has to be now the responsible parent for 2 kids, that one is smoking pot that she doesn't know yet. And the other one is growing way too fast. And I think it's going to be a blow for the family to deal with Jim's death. It's going to be how it is, how it would be in real life. I mean, like, can you imagine, like, you're losing members of your family left and right, and that's going to be heartbreaking. That's going to be super hard. So I'm just sad that I'm just hoping that it's a freaking nightmare. That's it. I'm hoping that it's a nightmare, that Julie wakes up and be like, oh my God, I had a nightmare that died. And then you're like, it's okay, Julie, Daddy's okay right here next to us. Because I think it's going to be an intense, it's going to be a lot for her.
Well, this show, even with that dynamic ending, it's like it feels like mystery is a character in its own right with this show. Every time we get an answer, we get 3 more questions. If you had to choose one mystery to uncover in another season, what would it be?
The kids. Actually, the kids in these labs is like, why are there? Why? And I think that's the mystery that Jade and I are starting to develop, is like, or to find the answers for these questions. Because it's like, you see children, I see children. Now he sees them underground, sleeping, watching the symbol. What does the symbol mean? Like, everything related to the kids, I would love to find out. And I think we will. Hopefully next season.
Yo, let me just take a moment and let me just pause this right quick, if it's okay. Yo, Anthony, you're like the Black Walter Cronkite. Like, what's Anthony don't play around with the question. Like, look, man, you can answer these questions. Let me stop. Like, yo, good stuff, man. Well, listen, that is very interesting, and I want to hear more about what's going on in the world of Tabitha. But if I could be honest, man, I really would much more curious about what's going on in the world of Mr. Elgin himself. Can I keep it real? And there may be somebody that might be able to help us learn about what's going on with Mr. Elgin. I don't want to talk too much because I know he's seen a lot through that eye of his. But today we're going to definitely get some more information on Mr. Nathan D Simmons, who done pulled up. So I want y'all to help me welcome to the chat for the first time and hopefully not the last, the one and only Mr. Nathan D Simmons. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. Yo, it's you, bro. It's you. You're what's going on. You're the deal. Can we just stop real quick and just performance? Spot on.
Man.
Performance.
Oh, man.
Come on, bro. You bring in that Canada swag, that Nova Scotia, that, you know what I'm saying? You better bring it on through, homeboy. How's everything going for you today, man?
It's good, man. It's good. It's just waking up, chilling out. I went to see Janae Aiko last night, so my heart is feeling overwhelmed and blessed. Shinsia hit the stage too, like a dream come true. Shinsia, yes, live, man. My heart, like,
Yo,
yes.
Pictures or it didn't happen, Nathan. I swear to God,
I got,
bro.
hey, I got video. See me. I got video. I sent them to you. Like, yeah.
Okay, so hold on. All right, so let me just real quick, because I know we got limited time with Nathan. Real quick, I just want to, first of all, we love you. We're so proud.
Man.
The moment we saw you on the bus, we was like, yeah, bro.
Yes.
Little thing. I ain't locked up enough. It's not like that.
No one knows. We got 3 on the show now, so we have. But
Hey,
but for you to drop the Shinsia reference, so he's got some Caribbean roots. Do we have a Caribbean background? What? Adrian, talk to me, Adrian.
No, I can't say that. No, my girlfriend Bahamian, right? So she taught me.
Okay.
She brought me all into that world,
That's awesome.
Like, yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm learning, and like I think first thing we met was like Shinsia. I was like, what the heck? What? Oh my God.
Oh,
This is
all right. For those in the chat, shout out to if you don't know who Shinsia is, please go ahead and exit the chat. All right, because like you have,
What are you doing with yourself?
so you're completely nobody to me right now. In fact, and please notify who you are so we can block you as well, because we don't want you coming back. But yo, real quick, man. I know, like I said, we got limited time. I just want to introduce you to everybody we got here. We have my homie Yaz here on your right. Myself, I'm the real Vince Taylor. Bad Ty is below me. He's not feeling well right now, but he pulled up even though he's on his deathbed to make sure he can speak to you real quick. And
I wouldn't
the movie
vlog.
and Ed's here as well. So just want to say big up, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor.
Yes.
Oh man. First off, thank you so much for giving us your time this morning. We know your time is very valuable. We're going to try to take advantage of it, but also be respectful of your time. Here's my first question for you, because you came into the show in season 2. So like, how have you enjoyed your journey so far into this world of From? Like, have you embraced the intense fan base, or are you ready to change your IG to private?
It's funny. I like the interactability with fans. I like how people are trying to find theories and stuff, and are actually loving the show. I know many people have said this to me, and I guess anyone who creates anything knows it's hard to find shows that are that good that fans actually love watching. You know what I mean? And that's what I enjoy so much. And also, I haven't come to terms with it yet. I haven't had no scary or weird experiences. I'm just I think I'm kind of like an everyday man walking down the street, especially when I got my beard. I don't think really people know that much, right? So
I know that's right.
You grow your beard out, I'll be like, oh, Elgin's from The Wire. How did you first discover this show, right? Like, did you watch the show beforehand, or did you binge it after you signed up?
Oh, yeah, no, I watched it. It was fun. I was working on another show. I was working crew on another show with the same production company, and they had a little link you could watch the show for free. I think it was it was through Epics, right? It was Epics and MGM Plus, whatever. And I was working there, and I on my free time just watching. I was like, man, this show is dope. And they got Harold working on this, man. You know, like a strong black lead. Come on. And then later on, like 6 months later, I had an opportunity to audition for it, and yeah, man, I guess but I've been a fan of the show like long before I even walked on, right? So yeah.
That's a big deal. Let me take one real quick, Dan. So Elgin, man, if I could, bro,
Nathan.
I'm just going I keep calling him Elgin. His mama called him Nathan, but I'm just like, Nathan. I'm sorry, Mr. D Simmons, if you will. All right. So I was reading your bio, bro, and I'm just gonna come out and just say it real quick, bro. You said something that I never thought there was something on your bio that stood out to me. It says, Nathan D Simmons, I don't know if you've read it or not on IMDb, but here's what it says: is a famous Canadian actor who is proud to come from the historical Black communities of East and North Preston in Nova Scotia. All right, bro, I'm just going to keep it real. You're the first Black dude I met from Nova Scotia. Talk to us about what it's like growing up. And I'm sure that there's a rich culture there. But for those of us who haven't had an opportunity to be in Nova Scotia or to visit, just talk to us about what that upbringing's like growing up, being from an historical Black community in Canada.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, love and hate. Like the community I'm from, East Preston and North Preston, it's you know, very, I want to say segregated because it's out in the woods, you know what I mean? It's just that one community. They got their own school, like it's called Nelson Winder, that all the people go to, right? I did not. I went to a different school. I went to it's called Bell Park. But like it's very interesting, right? It's different how you're surrounded by Blackness, and then you go out into like 10 minutes down the road, and like it's completely everything is just white. And so there's an interesting dynamic with, I think, the people and the city around them. But it's just to say, like, people are scared to come to that area, for example, you know what I mean? Like it's always been rumored, like, don't go to these places, mostly because that's where all the Black people are. But yeah, but other than that, like the culture is beautiful, you know. They got like how old was the community? I think the community is like 300 since the 1770. I think that's like where it came, like during the I think it was this War of Independence, with the Black loyalists, whatever, they joined on the side of the British for their freedom, and then they got put into like swampland and stuff. It's weird history dynamic, but like, yeah, it's a beautiful community. The people there, they're loving. They're also really hard people, but they're really loving. And you know, the music is incredible. They got like you know, one of the oldest churches, Black churches there, and like, you know, church music every Sunday is bopping. It's a wonderful. Like, if you ever come, I think you do have to, you know, go and see the people. You know, it's very yeah. Your eyes were open. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Hey, fam! It sounds like Nathan D Simmons just invited us to the cookout.
That's what I heard too. That's exactly what I heard. Yes. I heard that too.
North Preston Days, Africville. You know, those are the two big days. North Preston Days, incredible. Africville is like a campground. That's in Africa. That's a whole other story. Africville is a whole other story. You look it up, but like, they have a whole like campground. People bring the RVs, entire park. It's like a party for like a 2 weeks straight. It's good.
Sign me up.
So that brings me to my quick follow-up for that question. So with this experience, because you just mentioned music, and you've talked a lot about music, and you saw Janae Aiko and Sia, and I'm still waiting on the video. My phone's still dry. But yo, you have an outside of the world of acting, which you're extremely talented, and you have a love for music. I mean, you consider yourself a musician. What is that because of Nova Scotia? And what is your musical like your experience? Like, what do you are you singing? Are we playing instruments? Like, what's our limits? I mean, I'm sure there's no limits, but what's up, bro?
Oh, I guess right now my primary instrument right now is bass. That's what I play. Yeah, I just finished playing. My buddy had a festival named, his name's Harms, and I just finished playing, and we arranged some stuff. It was beautiful. So that's what I primarily do. Play bass. And I sing a little bit, I'm working on some stuff. I released some stuff in the past. I'm trying to work on some more stuff, but life's been busy. But yeah, no, like growing up, man, my dad's a bass player. Like uncles, family members, all like singers. Basically, I've always been consumed with music, and I think that's also part of the community. It's like the community isn't that big, but like it's so tight knit, and music is like a big. It's something. It's a foundation. You know what I mean? Music is a foundation. There's been a lot of people who've like done pretty great things with music there. So
Nice.
it's in the blood, man. It's in the blood. Yeah,
Man, I wish the bass was right behind them, but we'll say that for next time.
it's my closet. Yeah.
Well, but later on in the show, don't go nowhere, everybody, because this is going to serenade us. Let me stop.
Pull out the page.
Bad Ty is also a musician of sorts. Bad Ty, what's up, bro?
Hey, Nathan, I wanna again thank you for coming and pulling up and just spending time with us and talking to us. But I don't know if you knew this, man. One of the biggest discussions amongst the Frumly, which is all of the fans of the show, is your clothing. One of the things, one of the things I could not listen. I could not let you leave the show without asking. Did you piss off the clothing directors to where they were like, this guy only gets one outfit? Yeah, he only gets one outfit and he has to wear the show. No, listen, this is the big discussion, man. What is going on with the wardrobe, man? What's happening, Nathan? Talk to us.
I don't know. I mean, every year I come up, I'm saying, hey, something new for me to wear. So this year they gave me a jacket, so I'm happy. I got a jacket, but kind of how I imagine it is, Elgin's kind of like, delirious. He's traumatized. He's trying to get a grasp of what's going on, in his life. And I hold like the clothing is the only thing he has of the outside world. Like that's the only thing he has left, and he's still holding on. Maybe one day to see his grandmom to get out of here. And so that's what I say. Yeah. The other reason is, I don't know, that Caesar done something to him and he lost all sense of hygiene. So he's just like,
you know what I think it is? I think after the angel drowned you, he's just scared to be taking a shower, man.
That's true. That's true.
He drowned him in his clothes. He's
never again.
Yes.
Anyway, yes. What's up, yes? Oh, God, Ty's got more. Sorry.
No, I just had a follow just because you mentioned your grandmother. There was a scene this season where they were basically talking about the song that you mentioned your grandmother had like taught you that song, or you had heard that song through your grandmother, I think.
Yeah.
I recently lost my grandmother, and I remember my grandmother used to sing songs with us as kids growing up. Can you like relate in any way? Do you have a relationship with your grandmother? And if so, did she sing any songs that you can remember that kind of helped you in regards to that part?
Yes, definitely. And it's funny. My grandmother, not funny day, but like my grandmother also passed this year.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely. That was that's something that I do relate with, because I know my mama. We call it like there are certain songs that she would always sing, like "Come Around," and she's always whistling or singing these songs. So, and it's funny because what I really did identify, like when we did that, I think it was last year, like was a part of like I don't really know what that song is, but the minute I hear it, I'm like, oh shoot, that's the song Mama sings. You know what I mean? Like that's the song. How's it go? The song Mama. You know what I mean? But that's a part that like I could identify quite easily.
I could have swore. Oh no, did we lose him? Was it me?
Uh-oh.
Yo,
he's frozen.
That freeze right there is perfect though. There he is. All right, cool. I thought, yeah, man.
Like waving.
All right, yeah. It's so funny because I could have swore Ty was about to ask him to sing his grandma's, like to sing something. I was like,
no,
that's where we at. That's where we at. I mean, I'm not letting it go, but he gonna be like, I gotta go. I'm like, oh, sorry, man. Sorry, let's just. All right, so yeah.
Vince, I'm more impressed with the internet in Canada that Nathan just waved and it just comes back. He's just like, yo, whenever my internet is working, I just be like, it just come back.
It's the camera. He has to put the motion back.
There we go.
He's working it.
It's the vibe. It's like, hold on, let me fix the internet guy real quick. right, we good to go. Yes.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off. What's good, Yazzie?
Okay, so hey Nathan,
Hey.
I have a question for you. Mine is kind of like leading into the future. I know you can't give us too much tidbits, but I just have like speculations for you, I guess you could say.
I give you
So with everything that's transpired in the season finale, what can we anticipate is going to happen with Elgin, and like, can we anticipate any shifts from his character, kind of like we did with Sarah? She started off very innocent, very sweet when she came into town, and then after things kind of got a little crazy and weird with her, and the town kind of took over, her senses and pretty much her life, she's obviously became the scariest person in town. So can we expect as Victor calls her, you know what I'm saying? So, it's his savior, scariest person in town. So can we expect, or do you speculate that maybe, Elgin is not going to be as, sweet and kind hearted and, as caring? Because I mean, even with everything that transpired in the last, episodes with Fatima and everything, you still sweetly tried to, aid her, even though it was, kind of crazy the way everything transpired. So I'm wondering if Elgin's gonna still, be as innocent as, he was prior to this experience, especially with not only Boyd, but Sarah traumatizing you.
Man, that's a good question. That's what I think. I've been thinking about that a lot too. Like I was wondering, like where they're gonna go with, Elgin now, especially. I feel like one of the biggest drivers, if I want to say it, that's something I can say. One of the biggest drivers for Elgin is his purpose. That he has his dreams, and he's going to help, save everybody. That gives him some purpose, some drive. And now it feels like all that has been, unrooted from him, as well as the only person that he felt, could understand what he might have been going through. Like kind of betrayed him. So I really want to see how he goes. Like, where is he going? Like, is he going to become like bad boy, depressed, or is he going to take like a villain turn and get his get back? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm wondering if you're going to turn into Christopher now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of and that's just like, are you going to be the new Christopher in town because of everything that's happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just that's kind of where my brain is leading me to. So I just wanted to like pick your brain a little bit and kind of see where you were. But you and I kind of had the same kind of thoughts. It's like, what are you going to become now that you're basically your only ally has completely betrayed you and left you blind? You know what I'm saying? Like you're one-eye Elgin now. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in one hand, like they took like the opposites. Right, literally.
No, that's good. I'm right with you though. I'm really curious. That's what one thing I can say, and I'm happy for, is that John is like an amazing like writer. Like I know some people may say he doesn't know. Like Jack and Jeff and them, they know what they're doing, and they love writing characters in difficult situations and seeing like what happens, and they love to write things for like their actors as well. Like so they don't just produce something like this or something important that happened else in this season and just like leave it. They like to explore as much as they can, and so I am excited to see where Elgin goes. So. Yeah.
Well, hopefully after we see the new, Elgin, maybe we can have you back on and kind of discuss your, if you do have a transition, your shift in transitions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, if I could, Nathan, I don't know if he's going to be able to come back on because this role is obviously leading into him becoming Nick Fury. So I don't know if he's going to be, willing to come back on the show after this, because he's clearly going to be like a huge Marvel. Like they're getting him ready for young Nick. Is what I see right now.
I can't. Oh my god!
What? I know. I'm not supposed to cross the streams. I know. MGM. I know. My bad. Sorry. But that's what I see.
Cinematic universe, baby.
From CU is what we need right now.
Hey, I love that. I grow my goatee too. I grow a nice little goatee.
You can see it already. Like it's there. It's identical.
Look at the eyes, man. Look at the eyes.
We might need you to practice on, excuse the language, but a few motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do Samuel L. Jackson. Let me go ahead and get one right now. Let me stop.
Oh, it was coming. It was coming. Yeah. Hold on.
If you start walking around with a cat, I'm just saying. I'm just saying they're little stalkers in there.
It's young as it. It's gotta drop a bit more, but it's with that motherfucker. Like it's listen. Wait, by season 4, I'll get it. All right, I say that.
All right, we gonna hold you to that. And the bass drum. Pull up, Nolly. What's up?
I have a question, and I know that you can't answer the first part of the question in detail, but did the writers give you like a deep backstory for Elgin that they shared with you that helps how you portray Elgin on the show?
No, not at all.
No? So
No,
you're just raw dogging it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No.
Wow.
Just straight off the zone. Like all I had was, I think, my audition side. I think I talked to them and they were like, you can use your audition sides as a reference, but some stuff may change. And everything that they give you on the scripts is all the information you have to run with, right? So the rest of it, I make it up. And if I'm wrong, I just pivot a little bit. Yeah. And I have all kinds of theories like, oh, this is why I'm doing this in the future. And then like by the time we start to shoot it or by the time a few scripts come out, I'm completely wrong. So gotta stay on your toes. Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah. It's fun though. It makes it fun. You know, you just gotta just have fun and just do, you know, what's on the paper and like not take yourself too seriously. That's what I love about it, right? It's such a wonderful breathing experience.
That's dope.
I love your growth. I'm just saying from when we saw you on the bus from, you know, the beginning or the end of season 1 to now, you know, and season finale, season 3, the growth of Elgin without, you know what I'm saying, you having any subtext, you know, as to his character. It's been amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like Nathan, you have done a great job because at every turn I'm like, oh my God, Elgin, I just want to hug this boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs someone to just listen and hug him. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, like that moment you had with Julie in the basement when you guys were having your movie montage and you were playing with the camera and you found the camera. Oh, that was so heartfelt. I was like, finally, this boy gets some relief. Finally.
And then his eye gets poked out. Yes.
And then
Nally,
did you have a follow-up, Nally?
Yes. Okay. So obviously From is complex and there's a lot of theories going around. Do you have any favorite theories, but do you also have any personal theories?
Good question. Theories. What are some of my favorite theories? Listen, I just wanted to dive of like what the theories were out there. But one of my favorite theory right now. So many. Okay, one of my favorite theories right now that I've been looking up and watching is the idea of who the man in yellow is. That's one that I've seen that that's exciting me. I have no idea who he is, right? But just the idea of who the man in yellow is and that man right there. Oh, geez, terrifying. But yeah, him, like who he is and like the characters. Like I think one person was saying like, oh, it's possibly Randall. You know what I mean? And that making me think about some things. And it's like, oh shoot, what if it is Randall? And that's like that's one of my favorite right now because I like Randall's one of my favorite characters on the show too. I love seeing how Randall's developed and stuff. And yeah, that one. And my personal theory, though, my personal theory is that the man in yellow is Ethan. That's my
wow. That just kind of mind fucked me a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, a little bit. I don't know why. I had an idea like Thomas.
Well, if you think about it, like
Ethan is the man in yellow, but yeah. That's mine. I'm probably wrong. That's just one thing I'm like watching it. As a fan, I don't know anything. As a fan, but yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Elgin, I hate to tell you, but you are wrong in this particular instance because this is the man in yellow. We already figured it out. So we're just waiting for MGM to release the actual film. I'm sorry, bro. We're breaking news here on the New Blurred Order this morning. Sorry to spoil that for you in the comments, but yeah, man, the secret's out.
Curious George. Wow,
that was great.
I'm sorry. That is my favorite theory. That is not my favorite theory.
That is Ethan. That's just.
Oh
up,
man.
Yo,
Nah, first I want to give a shout out to these commenters because they have me cracking up as much as you guys
Right?
do. L's over here is like picking Elgin's brain after his eye got picked is crazy work.
I mean, what you want us to do? What us to do?
Oh man.
All right, but yeah, you
Man,
are.
you
You
are
are,
deep
man.
for it.
Yeah, so I do have a question, more so from like just your opinion on things, because like you I'm always curious what it's like from the other side as one of the creators, as one of the performers. Right? Like Elgin arrived, my dude was having problems from the beginning. He vomited on Randall. Randall's about to bust his ass. What was your reaction to seeing the character direction of Elgin going from season 2 into season 3? You're like, my eye? Like, what was your reaction?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man, I don't know. Honestly, first off, I saw that I was dead. Like when I got the eye scene came at the end, you know, but then I had to go and get like these hand casts done before the scripts were out. You know, my face, I was like, oh, what's going on? You felt trying to kill me or something? But like I do love the fact like he starts off super shy of everything, you know, and then that journey, I feel that I say is like the journey of bravery as he goes, you know, on it through the story, the journey of like he's scared of everything, but he challenged that fear to try to save everybody, to try to do some good. Like for me, I think that's extremely noble, even though his reward may be quite, you know, sad or gruesome. But like I really enjoyed like just feeling and living through that journey of like having this anxiety and every day like getting up, trying to beat that anxiety so that you can serve a bigger purpose, you know. And something I should take for my own self, my own personal life, right? But yeah.
Look, man, you doing your thing. I'm proud of you. My condolences about your grandmother. I saw that on social media earlier this week, and I was wondering if I was going to touch it on it, but like,
yeah,
this show resonates with so many people in so many different ways. I know when Kenny was going through his thing with his mom, I started to feel it. When you started talking about grandma loved it. I started to feel it. I'm curious, like, how much were you able to add onto your character as opposed to what was on the paper? Like, how much is Elgin and how much is Nathan?
Good question.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I think Elgin's a character. Like how much is me? I think more so the joyful moments more. I think the stuff with like Julie, that is really that's really more me, you know. I was just more playing with myself. But I think one of the harder parts with going in for Elgin was having to put on, like, I call it like my mask of anxiety and stuff like that. I'm kind of like this, you know, free whatever. Like I don't, you know, I just go through my life enjoying, but like having to put on this mask of anxiety, you know, and having to wear that like my hoodie, you know, like wear that all the time. And that was something I had to take time to, if that's making sense. There's certain part of Elgin that I did have to every day before set, like I had to like meditate, get myself in the right headspace. But yeah. The rest of it is me. All the fun, like with Sarah, I feel like that was very much so me, especially with the grandmom stuff, and with Julie just enjoying. But definitely, you know, most of them, yeah, there's a separation. Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, I definitely.
So Nathan, you're basically saying you smoke weed.
That's what I was. That's where I was going. That's where I was going. I was like, so
he was like, Julie, me and Julie, we kicked it. We had fun.
we connected. You know, we know that the Canadian flag is a leaf.
It is legal. It's legal here. It's legal. Like you can go down the street anywhere. It's illegal. No, I don't smoke. I smoked weed. I don't smoke weed anymore. It started messing up my lungs and stuff, right? So, but like, yes, I used to smoke. You know, it was a good deal.
Breaking news. We got the clip. We can
allegedly
censor.
Allegedly.
Censor.
He didn't inhale. Go ahead, Ty. Did you have more, bro? You so silly.
No. Go ahead.
You jumped in on my time. Nah, you took my question. I ain't gonna lie. You're like, that was real. Like,
it was there. My bad.
I want to piggyback off of what our good friend Anthony said. And it's kind of with regard to you and the separation and distinguishing your character from who you actually are in real life. I'm just curious. You just gave us a little bit of a glimpse, But at some point in time, we know that they don't tell you everything. Like you're speculating as much as we are with regard to what's going to happen in season 4, and whether or not Curious George ends up being, or it's, we don't know. But you do at some point get the script, and you get to read through it, and you learn. Oh shit! My hand. Oh my god! So like, my question for you is like, when you get that script, do they give it to you like, here's the script? And when you get it, are you reading it? You're like, what the, what I'm saying? And then like, you have to like change, because that's a completely different type of scene than you've had to deal with in these scenes since you started working. And I'm just curious, like, do you get it and read those lines and you're like, okay, I have to go to a dark place. I have to go to a dark place. I have to remember back when I fell off the swing when I was back in child. Like, how do you like get yourself prepared for such a violent, completely antithetical scene to your character?
Yeah, that was hard. I think like the interesting part about it, not the hard part. The interesting part is like we get the scripts, and I think we got them, and we went like a few days later to a table read to read, especially the final 2. And one of the comments like Cortion said is like what the hell going on with you? Like what's wrong with you? Like what's going on with your character, right? And that's like the energy. Like we get together, read. I'm like, what is going on? Like what the like. This is insane, especially the last 2 episodes. So funny. Like that, a lot of our minds were blown. You know what I mean? Especially when you talk about Jim at the end. Like, I think it was like what the fuck? Like, it was crazy. But with me, for some reason, my work, I'm like, oh, I'm still gonna be some type of hero, like, and I kept believing that. And then I got to the last page, and I was like, "Wait, what? Wait.
You're the victim, not the hero. You're the victim, my friend."
He's like, "Wait a minute, who comes into the room? No, not her. Anything but her. Like what?"
Yeah.
How straight-faced she looked when she said that too. Like, Boyd's too sweet to do this. He can't do this. Man. Oh man, that was. And I'm just can we just applaud you, because I'm not gonna lie, I had to rewatch that ending scene, like with the hand, to start from like with Boyd with her hand to the end with Sarah, just so I could see the emotion. And I was like, oh my god, this poor boy. Wow. Like the tears, they were so, oh my god, they were so organic, man. I was in the feels, like you had me for sure.
That's on Sarah and on Harold. Like that was such a fun
fun.
We're just playing okay, in an active way. Fun. It was like, a lot of playing, like a lot of energy. We're tossing like so much back and forth. Like Harold looked like he really wanted to kill me. Sarah terrified the hell out of me. Those Avery and Harold are incredible actors. Like I'm just happy I got a chance to play with them like that. Like it was a treat. It was a dream.
So Elgin, Nathan. So can you walk us through briefly the process of that scene in terms of, so you get the scene, you're shooting, you get the part where we're about to go there, then they have to stop, and how much time does it take to get your hand into the right, and then they have to stop again and then get your eye. So like, can you walk us through like the process of shooting that scene, and then I'm done.
Okay. So we did the first, like it was like the first early in the morning. We showed up, we did the whole like walking up, they stopped me, they bring me to the table, like into the room and stuff like that. So that was the first, up until lunch, that was the whole day. And I was like, oh, that day's fun, this is fun. You were finding it. But like what was interesting is when we first rehearsed it and blocked it, we did the entire like scene up until Sarah. So we did the entire thing in one go to get a feel for it. And so I think by the time we got to like the hammer coming down, like we were already just in that, that mode. But we did all of that before anything with the hammer, like the hand. So we did that whole thing until the hammer came down on my hand. And then I went away for like 30 minutes. They fixed my hand up properly, came back, and we finished, the rest of the scene where they come in and all that. And then the next day, like I had to wake up at like 5 or something. I had to get like, put the whole face on with the eye. It had an eye hanging out actually. There's actually an eye. So we came back and did that scene with Sarah. And first it was an eye. The eye was hanging out. Then we came back and they took the eye out. And so they liked the one without the eye, but funny, it was like little eye hanging around.
Was she holding your eye at the end of the scene in her hand with the screwdriver? I was trying to like zoom in and see if I could see it. I couldn't. I wasn't sure if she was or wasn't. Do you know?
No, I kind of think it's like she's kind of stabbed and destroyed it a little bit. That's what, because it looks like
Okay.
the eye didn't get. It looked like it's been pop.
Yeah. No,
like,
your socket
Yeah.
was definitely penetrated for sure. Yes.
yeah, multiple times. Yeah, like it looks like
Yes.
mush in there.
Ow,
Yeah.
my God. Did it hurt?
But-
Let me stop. Right.
It hurt a little bit. That was, yeah.
How much
Oh
of
my
that
gosh.
scene was improvised?
Okay, all stuff. The stuff with the torture scene with Boyd, that was all improvised. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
wow.
Wow.
him. Oh, that's all him when he brought the stuff up.
In the hand.
That still kills me to this day, where he slams the screwdriver on the table and it doesn't stick in the board like that. That was improvised, yeah.
Oh man, phenomenal. Improvised. Ty, was you saying something?
I did. I had one more question. And this is more about you as a person and an individual, Nathan. I noticed that you went to the Fountain School of Arts and for your acting. And I just want to know, what was the inspiration that drove you to want to be an actor, and any advice for any up and coming actors that might want to also pursue a career in acting?
Well, I think for me, like I always wanted to be an actor, like since grade, like I think my earliest memory was like grade 2, maybe grade 3. My elementary did like a play of like Annie, and I was too scared to sign up for it. And at the time, they were letting anybody join if you just signed up. I was too scared, and I remember watching it, and like it broke me, and like it haunted me so long in my life. And so when I got to high school, I said, you know what, I'm taking a drama class. Took it, fell in love with it, but the problem is I also fell in love with football in high school. So
Hey,
I was gonna be part of the question too, because I was like, yo, you're a big dude, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm up there. No, but yeah, football. Like, and I love playing football. Play high school, and I was gonna go for university, and I was gonna like take my first year because I was doing sciences at the same time. I don't know why I did that. Like, but I did sciences, and I was gonna do sciences of football, but then my science like marks were like third, like they're bad, right? In university, and then at the same time, my physiotherapist said like I shouldn't play because my knees were bad from previous seasons, and if I played this year, I would have to have surgery or something. And so I said, let me just take this random theater course as my school's called Dalhousie. It was part of the Fountain School, and I went in there, and immediately it was like, things changed. My marks skyrocketed up. Like, fell in love. It was something that was the amount of time and effort I put in everything else. I seen a greater a greater return with theater, right? And so, like, I'll tell the people, like, you just got to follow your heart and follow your passion, like the early passion is, because if you're really passionate about something, it's going to work out one way or another, right? And I think with me, that's the same way. Like, I think it's just, I think this is what I was meant to do because everything just lined up perfectly. So
that's good. It's good because we all know Canadian football isn't real anyway. So there was nothing. There was no future.
Chad Johnson, he said the DBs are so athletic players.
I don't want to smoke. I don't you guys in the register. I'm sorry. These are just bad jokes. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to. I still want to come to the cookout. I still want to hear the bass. So I don't even say that. Okay, Yaz and Anthony, do we have to respect Nathan's time? I mean, he's got other stuff going on. I'm sure he didn't wake up saying, this is all I want to do all day. He probably is already missing out on cool stuff just for being here. So
I got up like an hour and a half ago. I'm chilling.
Okay, well, we chilling. Well, we'll be respectful still, but we appreciate giving us a little bit of leeway. But yes, you had some more than I believe you had some more as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nathan, my question to you was, the whole plan to get Fatima into the cellar, the root cellar, so that way she could give birth. Like, it was, you kept telling her, you have to be here, like this has to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where it needs, like, you have to give birth basically. Yeah. Did Elgin, did the angel, I guess my question is, tell Elgin that she had to be there because that door would open up so it would go down into the creatures? And like, did he know that Smiley was going to be Fatima's baby?
No, I don't. He didn't know Smiley was. He thought that the baby was going to be someone that was going to be able to help us out of the town. you know.
Okay.
And I think one of the directions I got, like for an example, is think of it almost like Mary, you know, baby Jesus. That's what Elgin was imagining, you know. The
So
angel
like
came.
what was baby Jesus for Elgin though? I mean, because we got Smiley. So my question is, you know what I'm saying? Like what was Elgin thinking Fatima was carrying that was gonna save them? Because I mean, I thought it was a parasite, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I mean, it was the lead parasite of the town. So you know.
I thought it would have been something like almost like a boy in white, you know, like that had some type of effect onto the town, some type of effect to change what other rhythm is keeping, you know, these characters here and trapped. I thought that's what Elgin believed was going to happen, you know, a key to the madness.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That answers my question then. Thanks.
Yaz thinks you're actually Elgin. Nathan, so please forgive us. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to distill it to just one. Just watching you, and I can hear the classical training in your voice. Like you, Harold, you have that Broadway classical training accent. I'm curious, what's your dream role though, right? You've been you've been doing horror, you've been doing a background on, you know, stage. You're also a bass musician. What's the next genre or story world that you'd like to put Nick Fury down, that you'd like to step into?
Oh man, a dream role. Oof, that is good. Dang. I mean, listen, I'm a nerd kid, so I do want to be, you know, one day I want to work it. I'm a nerd kid. Like I really wanted to be, you know, I want to either be like a live adaptation of an anime or you know, any of the DC universe, MC universe. Like I think that's something that my heart really goes to. Or I want to be like something super strong and like super black. Like I had a pleasure to work on a show like Small Role called Washington Black, and that was a very, you know, black. It's called Disney Plus. Eventually, watch it. Like amazing people in there, like Sterling K. Brown, Ernest, Yola. Like it's a stacked cast. It's coming out, and it's going to be. I just only small role. Like but it's the whole concept, and the whole like just being there was like super black, and I want to work on something like that as well. You know, something super strong. Like Muhammad Ali.
Hey,
Let me pick on this real quick. So after you kind of touched on it, like now that we know that you're one of us, right?
One of us.
You're one of us.
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah.
After a day of shooting, what do you do to unwind and reset? Because like we be seeing the behind the scenes, the cast be looking like y'all be having a lot of fun. But like, what do you do? Do you read? Do you play PlayStation? What's your game to tag? Like,
that is a good question.
Oh my gosh, right up like that Instagram. No, what I do to unwind. There's Ernest right there. Oh my, one of the best actors I've met. My gosh. Okay, but this year was Elden Ring. That was my my go-to.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yo, you playing Elden Ring?
I beat it. Listen.
We need
You beat it.
What are you doing every Saturday?
Right, we need the gamer tag. We gotta link up.
Hold up. Did you hear what he just said? He beat it. Do you know how many hours you have to play that game to beat Elden Ring?
I looked at it. It's shameful. The first number was 3. I said, "What the heck?"
Yo, hold on, wait. Do you beat it, or do you go to every side mission? Like you're not out to beat the game. You're trying to get every level up. You want to be like level 1,000 on everything, right?
Yeah, no, I whooped my ass. I went to every single every boss I could find.
Side quest.
Wait, so have you played all the other like Soulsborne games too? Or just
those are too hard.
No.
My first experience was I hit the tree sentinel and I stayed on him for 2 days. Like hitting and
okay.
It was like just playing the game, like you're just dying, getting mad. Like you can move past. I'm like, no, I can't. I gotta.
Elgin, do you play Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, I did. I played that. Yeah, I played that.
Okay,
too.
so I'm just saying we gotta link up. You want some help? You know what I'm saying? Getting the Mongols, we gotta link up next time. Okay, we do it as a group. You know what I'm saying? We'll get them points up, bro.
Hey, listen, I get them counters quick though. Like that's my thing. I'm doing.
Are you a hunter? Are you a hunter? Or are you a
Right.
Okay, all right. Sorry, we're going. This is really inside baseball.
Going down the rabbit hole.
I'm like, yeah, samurai hunter. What are we? You know what I'm saying? Because we was a healer. Like we need a healer in our clique. We never have enough healing.
We don't.
For Ghost.
No.
All right, sorry. Way tangent. Way
samurai. Yeah.
So, Anthony, was that it? Did you have more?
No, I mean, I want to be respectful of Nathan's time, really. So I really appreciate you giving us your time this morning. Listen, go eat some Canadian bacon. Enjoy your breakfast. Thank you for coming through. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. No, man.
No. Go get the base. I'm just playing, man. We appreciate you.
My husband's got his guitar. I was gonna say my husband got his guitar. I could go get him right now. Y'all.
Nah. My man's he's got to go play 4,000 more hours on Elden Ring and try to figure out.
No. Listen, I'm on Kingdom Come. I'm on It's called KCD. It's free. I think it's like cheap right now. It's like a night medieval game. It's pretty dope. That's what I'm playing right now. Okay. But also too, I'll say when I'm marking though, I don't be really watching movies. So when like for 9 months, like coming up would be like 6-9 months. Like when I prepare, I stop watching and because I feel like I don't want to take anyone else's performances in. So that's why I play so much like Elden Ring. That's why I watch like anime. Like I watched all of like Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen.
DBZ, are you watching that?
So what?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, not Diamond yet. No, wait for the finish. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, also like that. Yeah. Keep on the way out. But also I'm not taking other people's,
I get it. That makes a lot of sense. As a stand-up, I get what that's like. We got to let you go, man. I just want to know one thing. You hang out with everybody. The cast seems to be hella friendly and hella close. Yeah. Who's your go-to? Who's your buddy? Who gets the potato salad? Who gets the +1? Who's the one that you latch on to, if anybody? Or who do you in the clique, the cast? Who's the main folks that you get the first text for good news? Or like who they did this to us in the script, bro? Can you know what I'm saying? Like who is it?
Oh man, that's a hard question. Oh shoot. Whew.
I promise the last one.
Okay, yeah, that's a hard question. I'm trying to think.
He trying not to get in trouble. He like, well, if I say
I can say it now.
Harold's a safe choice.
I like the main character. Last time Harold did so well.
Better pick me. No, I can say usually what will happen when new scripts come out, especially if it involves me, Cortion sends the first text being like, bro, did you see the scripts? That's it there. But also Peggy and Hannah, they're like, we always get coffee, always talking, karaoke too, but then it's a weird, man. It's like, it's such they call it family for a reason, that's like, who is your, he hang with Big Brother, little sister, like that's that type of energy, right? So because like it's interesting. And also AJ, that's my boy. We, especially when Premier Nights, we used to run the roads. Like it was fun. Like me and AJ always used to find adventures. So it's always like, yeah.
Can you post the karaoke in your stories?
Yeah, right.
Someone got it. They better keep that joint.
It's just a story. It's 24 hours. It goes away. We're not going to screen record it. I promise.
We're close friends.
Right.
We got to let you go, Nathan, man, just because we don't want to wear out our welcome, because we want to have you back to talk anime, and we want to talk about your next Wakandan performance. I got to feel Black Panther 3. Am I hearing? My ear is tingling.
We all have even the comment section said it. I'm just saying we all have the same kind of mindset right now. So
yeah, are we marching for Nathan to be in Black Panther?
DC could be looking for a new cyborg. I'm just saying.
You could be another lantern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's already the people they got for that one already. Like them, Stefan and Pierre for his name. Like those perfect.
Yeah. Perfect, right?
Hey, listen, you never know what the future holds. He might be one argument. He might be one argument with his wife away from losing everything. You know what I'm saying? You never know what happens. So let's leave that alone. But thanks again, Nathan. We cannot thank y'all enough for joining us. Hopefully, you had a good time and wouldn't mind joining us at some point again in the future. would you mind? The name of our group is New Blurred Order. Could you just say like something nice, like as much as you love us, like, hey, I had a really good time here on New Blurred Order. And you could say it to the camera if you want, but I mean, not that, I know you're a special actor, but just a quick shout out to the New Blurred Order and maybe even the movie blog, but the New Blurred Order more importantly, because the movie blog's got so many followers and subscribers.
Oh my god!
I got you. Oh, hey, go on. Listen up. New Blurred. Oh, hold on. Can I do that again? Can I get another take?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Take two.
And
Sorry.
the one. And the two.
Yeah. Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. You put the pressure on me. Okay, hold on.
Take as many puffs as you need, homeboy. Hey, get that man some coffee.
I'm about to go get the hammer.
Again? What's my line?
All right, New Blurred Order, shout out. Take 3 and action.
Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order. Listen, they're a whole vibe. The funniest people, the friendliest people, and also the nerdiest people you ever see. And they're black. Check them out. I love them. You're going to love them too. And also the movie blog, A100. The best thing going.
Yo, my man. Thank you so much, Mr. Simmons. Thanks again, bro. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we hope to see you soon. Practice that bass, because next time we see you, it's karaoke time, homeboy. They're right. All right,
Wow.
one time for the one and only Elgin. How about that, y'all? I mean, give me a break. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Elgin just joined us for more time than we were expecting, and he's a whole vibe. Yo, are you nuts? Are you
100.
nuts? Did you see, like, when he started talking about being a football, like wanting to be a football player, and Ty, I want to punch you in the mouth. You're like, yeah, you're a big dude. I'm like, come on,
no. Listen, listen. No. The funny thing about that, right, was when I was posing that question, that was going to be my lead, because when way they camp, because I never knew Elgin was that big, because when they had him next to pause, but stop it, man. Stop. But what I'm saying is when they shot the scene with him and Julie, he doesn't look, like his stature doesn't. All right. Listen, we're not going to do this.
Why don't you just say his build?
Listen.
We just made a friend,
dude.
Listen. All I'm saying is the camera angles did not do him the justice that he deserved. So when I finally did see him next to Ellis, I was like, he dwarfs Ellis. So I was like, yo, I talked to Anthony about this. I was like, yo, this dude probably could have been a linebacker in college.
But that means a lot more.
But the fact that he basically, he confirmed it. He was like, yo, football was my first, that was my first love. That was my go-to. But unfortunately, I had some, medical issues, and it pointed me in the direction of acting. And in this case, this is the one time an injury, you're like thankful for an injury, because like we would have never gotten Elgin if it wasn't for his knees.
Here's bad time. Bad Ty's whole interview process is, yo, my nigga, your clothes is mad dirty. Your clothes is mad dirty. And yo, you hella big, dude. Like, you play football. Like, yo, man, this is not you. You did not go to the Bob Costas school for interview. All I know is that my man came a long way. Like, he literally, if I'm being honest, is putting Nova Scotia on the map for me. Because and I mean, I want to big him up too for making sure you point out to everybody that we black, because I'm definitely using that in the clip. And the black, ching ching, you got there right. But like, that's a big deal, and I'm not kidding when I say this, and I'm not just saying this because he's still in the background. But I do see him on other projects. I literally do see him. Like, I'm getting heavy, like Marvel.
Yo,
DC,
when you said Cyborg.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It could be horror. It could be. It don't have to be those main ones. It could be Dark Horse. It could be just. I'm getting like when he said like the superhero is in his it's in his future. It doesn't have to be like main character. Just in that wheelhouse. Like anybody that I feel like is in that world that wills itself So I mean, Supercell 2, like there's so many opportunities,
Oh,
and I just see it happening. I just see it. Like he's got the thing. Whatever the thing is, he's got it.
Yeah.
All right. So now that he said that, all right. I'm glad you were here to hear that.
I'm gonna try to get formally
yeah.
to start this campaign. We need Nathan
Right.
for Cyborg. That's it for the Teen Titans
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
I'm ready for
absolutely. Yeah, as soon as he
Right?
mentioned
Nathan,
DC,
Nathan?
get James Gunn's attention.
Soon as
Caping
he
Nathan for
mentioned DC, yeah, as soon as he mentioned DC, that was it, and I'm with you, Anthony. It immediately popped in my head. I was like, hold up, he just lost an eye. You know, like,
Oh my god!
I mean, look, hey, look. I'm like, hold up. So look, it's there. It's right. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall, man. But yo, what a wonderful guest Nathan was, man. And
He was.
just hella thankful to
Genuine.
you, Anthony, for setting it up. And just wonderful guests. And man, thank you again, Nathan, for pulling up, man, because you didn't have to, and we appreciate you pulling up and definitely showcasing your love for blackness, because we love blackness too. We love it here. We love it here in this world.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think Nathan was ready to leave. I think we pushed him out, but we did the right thing, because we don't want to, make it so that every time he pulls up, it's a task. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it felt very much like he was like, "Oh, this ain't the usual." Oh, so when Elgin in season 3 on episode 1 at the 15-minute mark, when he says, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we, like you said, like they a whole vibe. Like we was just trying to like
have fun.
Yeah, we had a great time. We had him.
He's like, "You a big dude." I was like,
Hey, look, man. Stop it, man.
I'll be like, what?
Yeah,
he's a big dude. Look at him. He dwarfs him. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I don't know how sensitive he is about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wants to be a big dude, I know that he was about to play football or whatever, but I thought he's very gracious. And I'm just, Tom, give me a hard time. I'm just obviously.
Listen. Look, you're not hurting my feelings, and I definitely know I wasn't hurting Elgin's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely had to ask about. I mean, if I let Elgin leave this show and didn't ask about the clothes, I felt like the Frumley would have assassinated. Yeah, look, I'm glad it was me, because the Frumley would have assassinated my character and been like, "Yo, how is it that Bad Todd didn't ask this question? If anybody was going to ask it, it would be me." And so yeah, I'm glad we was able to clarify it was not his fault. It was the wardrobe, and look, fire the wardrobe immediately.
No, it was.
He asked for different clothes, and they gave him a jacket.
They was like, "Yo, here's your jacket. Make it work."
Well, y'all know this is not the Devil Wears Prada. This is from, like, they're literally like
they could have given him a different shirt though, bro.
But it's indicative of, you know what?
I know.
I'm gonna let y'all do that thing. I would like to spend the last, if it's okay with y'all, the last minutes of the show talking to the comment section, talking to the folks who watched the show, and also just speculating and speaking again on what transpired in today's interview, as well as what transpired in the From season finale. I'm looking through this, and I'm already tripping off of the fact that Peter Griffin is in our comment section, which is hilarious. Man, where's the chicken to beat your ass, Peter? Oh yeah. We got All City. Nathan was locked and he beat it. Yo, that was crazy when he unleashed the fact, when he let it be known that he's heavy on the games. I think that there was some point in time, did y'all notice this? There was a point in time throughout the interview that he realized, oh, these are nerds. Like, oh, because he wanted to express that as well. Like, I don't know what it was. If I mean, normally we have on like background, but I know he's you've interviewed him before, right, Anthony?
No, that was my first time interviewing him.
Oh snap!
Wow.
Okay, well,
That's awesome.
Okay, so in all the interviews, I know you interviewed Kenny this week as well. How did that interview go?
That interview went really well. That interview went really, really well. And just so I don't think I made this one public yet, I'm doing another interview
with Kenny.
Kenny?
No, not with Kenny. This one, we're going to interview his lost love. Oh, we're going to Christy.
Christy.
Oh, Christy.
Yo, that's going to be so good.
Pull up.
Really?
Pull
So
up.
when is this one, bro?
This is going to be on Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to be interviewing Christy, Miss Chloe Van Lanscoot. She's going to come through. She's going to talk to us about from season 3. We're going to talk to her about her character's development. We're not going to bring up things that's going to make her uncomfortable. Like, how come you smell, bro? No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
You smoke weed?
I didn't say that.
And to be clear, I am playing around. I think Nathan was a different vibe, and we know how to curate our interviews based on the vibe we get from our guests. So let me just be clear about that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that one. I've interviewed her once, I think, in the past, and like she's fun. She's a lot of fun to talk to. Like I immediately confronted her when I spoke to her the first time. I was like, yo, what? We're not gonna sit here and pretend like you ain't do my man Kenny wrong, right? Like you just dropped him at as soon as you saw Shorty pull up, like as soon as Shorty pulled up, you just dumped his ass
Kenny
to the
who?
side, like right? Like, oh, you knew what it was.
Yeah, and in fairness, she told Kenny every step of the way, look, bruh, this shit don't belong to you or me. It belongs to somebody out there that's not here yet. And even though he had wore her down like Steve Urkel to Laura by the last minute right before the bus arrived, she had been straight up from the get like, yo, bruh, I'm not open. I'm not available. I am with somebody. So did she really do him wrong?
Yes.
Or did
yes, she
come
did.
on. Yes,
Okay,
come on.
Listen. Okay, but she was catching feelings too. Okay, then she threw them aside because Marielle showed up on the bus. So, yeah, she did do him dirty because
her fiance, yes. She's confused.
But either which way, Christy finally came to the realization in the last couple episodes of that first season that I'm not going to be going home to Marielle. I may not make it home to her. So right now, I have someone who loves me, who is by my side, who supports me in every single way possible. He's sweet. He's genuine. It's all the things that she doesn't get from her fiance because her fiance is a recovering addict. You see what I'm saying? Like Kenny is the opposite relationship that like Christy, if you really look at every detail, like when Marielle showed up, she was back being an addict. And then Christy was very confrontative about it. You see what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of still things in their relationship that they haven't fully quite worked out. You see what I'm saying? And then with Kenny showing up, Kenny is stable. He's the fucking, he's the deputy of the town. You see what I'm saying? Like, and those two connect in ways that like, obviously it meant something to her. So that's why she started to let him in more. She let that barrier down. She had it up for a while, but then she started letting him in. And as soon as she let him in and they almost kissed, fucking bus showed up and Marielle showed up. So I'm just saying she dropped him like a bad fucking habit. She was fully ready to cheat on Marielle before the fucking bus showed up. That would have been the next episode. Those two would have been doing the Diddy, I swear to God.
Oh, that's doing the Diddy.
That's
damn. Why you gotta bring Diddy in there?
I mean, she's saying they about to get freaky. They about to get freaky.
Yep.
They're about to get freaky.
So you're telling me that
the song would have been playing, I swear to God.
So what you're basically saying is that if you come across, as you did a few weeks ago, a tree in the middle of the road after that hurricane, and you end up in Fromville, and you happen to meet somebody while Austin is still here, holding it down, paying the bills, feeding the turtle.
But I'm already married. I'm already married. I've been committed.
Okay. Pre-marriage, y'all are still engaged before the 420 wedding.
Still 5 years of my life that I found someone who is undeniably dedicated to me. So why would I throw that away? If there's a slight chance I can make it back to him, why would I throw that shit away? It's not worth it. I'll die knowing that I still love the person that I left my town with. I'm good with that. He's mine forever. I made that decision a long time ago when I said I'd marry him. That's it.
So you're in.
Thank you, Nolly. Thank you, Nolly. Because I love my wife too. But if I get in Fromville and I know that I'm never going home after a while, look, hey, Hey, look.
Because you want to know why? Because my husband will still be Henry waiting for my ass. That's why. So
But you're saying that you're saying the opposite for Kenny's girl. You're saying that she should abandon her.
I didn't say she should have. I just said she let that barrier down. When she finally let him in is when Marielle showed the fuck up. That's all I'm saying. When she finally was like, okay, I'll give in because I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like she finally was like, okay, this is life now. You know what I'm saying? We're either gonna die here. We are not gonna make it back. Christy made that realization. She's the fucking doctor. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she made that realization, and finally she was just like, well, all the shit that's happening, maybe we should just, fuck it. Kenny is right here. I don't think I'm ever going to see my fiance again. You see what I'm saying? So she made that decision. And then the fucking bus showed up and, shit, Marielle was on the damn bus, of course. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it just, it was like some random turn of events when she kind of was like, oh shit, I almost cheated on my fucking fiance. I was this close. And then the fucking bus showed up. Like it's, I'm telling you, I'm fucking telling you. It would have happened. And if it was one more motherfucking day, I'm telling you, she would have woke up in Kenny's arms and Marielle would have been like, oh, this how we doing shit? This how we fucking doing shit? I've been fucking looking for your ass for 6 months and then I find you with a fucking guy? Yeah, swear to God, it would have been gone like that.
Oh, hey, yo, you know what the ill part of what Yaz had said, because she was like, Austin would have been like Henry. Yo, Miranda, not only did she find somebody new, but she had a whole kid. She had multiple kids with multiple people. Miranda only had one kid outside of Henry. Like, yeah, like the kid that she sacrificed. You don't know that? The kid
she's had multiple kids. What's her name? Is her?
They've been reincarnated.
Her kid too. The dude that Victor's her son too.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Victor was Henry's son, and the daughter was Henry's daughter. What I'm saying is Miranda had a child with Christopher that they sacrificed in order to gain eternal life. That's why they are reincarnated as Jade and reincarnated as Jade and
No, that's wrong. So like, listen,
what do you mean?
She said to him, listen, let me paraphrase. Tabitha said to him, we were here from the beginning. That is why we have come back and we can't remember. And Gooey is remember. Every time we've been reincarnated, we have forgotten. We didn't do it right the first time, so we came back as Tabitha and Christopher.
No.
That's
what I'm saying. They came back
after they sacrificed their daughter. That's what I'm saying. Before their daughter was sacrificed, she was one of the first children to be sacrificed, and then they came back as Christopher and Miranda to try. No. It was that's
all of that. Yeah. Before all of that. So when they came back as Miranda and as Christopher. But before they were Miranda and Christopher, hundreds of years ago, presumably. They were two other people that we haven't even met yet.
Okay.
That's where all the early dates were from that time period.
And we only know about one daughter. There's nothing to say that was their only child. We just know that their daughter was going to get sacrificed. And I've been looking at these comments from old Big City Heck too. They have me rolling.
Yeah, Big City. Have a monster about me, baby, be a millionaire.
Yeah, let's go half on a smiley.
Half on the smiley.
But we haven't really seen that original event. Only thing I'm guessing is the man in yellow is someone from that original event, and he just never died, and that's why he looks like that.
He's the guy that I think told them if they sacrifice their children, then they will, you see what I'm saying? Like they will have eternal life and shit. He's that guy. I mean, he has to be.
Who is the guy in yellow?
The man in yellow. Yeah, he has to. Like, if you think about it, so they said that he told us, but they didn't ever say who he was. You see what I'm saying? Like they said he told us if we sacrificed our children, you see what I'm saying, then we would have eternal life. That's what Tabitha said. But who is he? You see what I'm saying? And the man in yellow, obviously, that motherfucker has been around for a while because he like is the king honcho for all the creatures and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like he's got the ability to be ripping throats like they do and shit like that. So I mean, like
he's walking in the daylight,
and everything.
He's also walking in the daylight.
That's the only thing is the day walking shit.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, he had that exactly. So if let's go back to vampire lore, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? The head vampire can walk in fucking sunlight, can he not? You see what I'm saying? So maybe that's what I'm getting at.
No. In fact,
No,
that's why that is exactly why Frost was going after Blade in Blade 1 because he wanted his ability to walk in the daytime. So I don't know which lore we're going with. I'm not trying to. I know there's a whole bunch of.
Vampires can't walk in the daylight.
Well, we don't know that these monsters can't walk in the day. We just know that they don't. And they could be making their own rules up just to play with the residents, right? That whole thing about the talismans and the doors. We don't know what they can and can't do. We just know what they won't do.
Right.
Let me do this real quick before we go any further. We normally end the show around now, but seeing as how we having a good little time, I usually don't do this, but go ahead and keep the party on going on. Let's go ahead and keep it going a little bit longer. I figure we can extend it maybe a few more minutes just to kind of get these 30 because we ain't gonna have another season finale from where we actually can break down the episode after having one of the cast members who was extremely instrumental in the finale. So I figure we can talk this one out a little further. So for those who are used to our usual 2-hour slots today, we're going to go ahead and add some bonus time just so that we can keep hashing it out. So those in the comments, especially the Frommerly, stick tight because we definitely want to hash through all of this as well as give our predictions for season 4 because they did announce season 4, if I'm not mistaken, right, Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, they did. Season 4 is coming in 2026.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Before the next House of Dragon. They will be out before Penguin. Yo, that's crazy. Well, all right. So let me ask y'all this. Here's something that we haven't asked. We haven't actually gone into yet. So since we now have a man in black,
Man in yellow.
yellow. I keep saying I don't know why I keep just choosing random colors, just to describe this man. But we have yet to really get the answer as to who this young lady is. So do we now know? Are these two characters related? Are they alike? Is this? I mean, does anybody else see this woman other than Elgin and Pega? Fatima, what's going on with Ghost Lady? And I didn't get to ask Elgin about her. I wanted to ask Elgin about her, but I didn't.
Boyd saw her too.
Yep.
So who is she? So do we know who she is now?
Nope.
I mean, this is from we're talking about. Everything is assumptive,
right.
Until confirmed.
So what are our guesses? What do we think? What do we think?
I think she's the wife to the man in yellow.
You think so?
Yeah, because it has like a boy in white. You know what I'm saying? And then like the like there's good and bad. You see what I'm saying? I think she's the good to the bad. You see what I'm saying? Like she's that yin to his yang because she was trying to fucking help Elgin, help Fatima. So that way, like when that baby was born, the creatures probably wouldn't come after everybody in town because they needed that fucking baby because it was Smiley. You see what I'm saying? So that's maybe why she led Elgin to make Fatima go into the cellar because, you know what I'm saying? Like they needed that baby. There was mysteriously a fucking trap door under that cellar that no one even knew about. No one even knew about the damn hidden room inside of the cellar either. Like, You see what I'm saying? Julie came from the damn wardrobe. Like she was in the fucking wardrobe. Didn't even know there was like, if you moved it, there was shit behind it. And Donna's been there longer than fucking everyone. And so is Victor. You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't even know about the damn room behind there. So that's where I think that she is the yin to the yang. Like she's trying to help where she can, where the man in yellow is trying to fucking deceive and you know what I'm saying, like basically twist everything and like she's like the mother of the boy in white or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm confused about the help though, because if from the aspect from where you're coming from, yes, I get where you're coming from, but the idea that she's being helpful. How is bringing Smiley back, who antagonizes everybody in the town, wants to kill everybody in the town, is helpful in what way? Like, how is that? He was never helpful when he was alive the first time. I don't assume he's going to be helpful this time. But like, I don't see where the helpful aspect comes from. If you could like elaborate.
Yeah. So basically, if you really think about it, like Smiley was the only monster that was murdered, technically speaking, like they could kill, right? And it was Boyd who killed him. So if you really, and he was the one also that got resurrected. So like, why is that? Like, let's really deep dive into that. Like, obviously the first, well, what'd you say, Nolly?
I think he's the only one we've seen die. So I think he would be first up for reincarnation. I think that's why that they're still around. I think that's how the monsters are born. Like, I think that they'll be continuous. So like if they killed another one, then that one would be up to come back.
I see what you mean. Okay. Well, my theory is that with Tabitha and Miranda and Jade being reincarnated, I think Smiley was also one of the first people that basically was, you know what I'm saying, like made that choice. And I think I honestly feel like Miranda and Jade, they were these kind of monsters. You see what I'm saying? Like they lived forever, but they made the choice to try and save the children, and that's maybe how they got maybe like back to, you know what I'm saying, being human or what, I don't know, whatever that.
Well, they sacrificed the child.
Correct.
How can you save children and sacrifice them?
But they sacrificed a child, realized what was the cost of the sacrifice. And then they were like, well, I don't want to do this. How do I save them? Now, the children, they obviously keep coming back to tell them, remember, because they want them to remember to save them. You see what I'm saying? So I think Smiley, Miranda, Jade, they're all part of like the first people, you see what I'm saying, that were in this town. And that's why those specifically are the ones that get reincarnated, is because if you think about it, they have to be the first ones to come back. You see what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't complete, like, that's why Miranda and Jade said that they keep coming back, because they didn't complete what they were supposed to do with the children and save the children. Smiley obviously is not trying to save the children. He's trying to kill everybody and like keep them. So with good and evil, you see what I'm saying? Like that's the tug between good and evil. Smiley obviously is the main villain out of all of the damn monsters. You see, he's the head honcho. I mean,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I mean, even if what you're saying is true, I'm still trying to figure out if what you're saying is true and he's the head evil honcho, how is the kimono lady bringing the head honcho evil guy back helping anybody in the town? That's what I'm asking.
Well, because
let me dive in on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing that makes her feel like she could be doing something altruistic is that she didn't lie, right? She was like, look, when Fatima gives birth, nobody's going to get hurt. That's what Elgin kept saying when he was caping for this so-called angel. He's like, nobody's going to get hurt. She's not going to die. And she had every opportunity to kill Fatima, but she didn't do it. She held the knife up to her throat. She helped her carry the baby, and then she took the baby in the basement and left Fatima alone. So it's a little bit still unclear as to what it is that she was doing. I won't even say that she was good, but I'm just going to say she doesn't seem fully aligned with the monsters who we know are outright just trying to murk everybody in sight.
Correct.
And
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She appears separately. She's only talking to Elgin. She keeps trying to tempt them with promises to go home.
That's the part.
But she's not lying when she says, I'm not here to kill anyone. So that's what it's like. I don't know fully what to make of her. I do like Yaz's theory, though, about her maybe being the partner of the man in yellow, and maybe they were around during the original events. One of the things that I've been researching, I have like this really thought out theory on how this all started. One of the things that I really like is the idea that Japanese people were around during the Civil War and prior to that. A lot of people don't know that. They're like, oh, where's this kimono lady from? Everybody in this show seems to be from North America. It's very much North America derived. They even have the American flag in the beginning. And she would fit into that narrative of someone who was possibly wronged during that time, who's out to try to, I don't want to say revenge, but she has a task that she's trying to finish. Everybody likes to bring up onryos. People like to bring up obumis. They try to be like, which Japanese folklore does this person in a kimono fit? So I don't think she's necessarily evil. I just think that she has different goals than what the monsters are trying to do.
I think who she is I think she's the mother to the monsters, and that's because Elgin said there is a baby. It's just not your baby. And I think that in essence, she is the mother to these monsters. I don't know if that makes her evil or just a mother who's wanting to take care of her children. So in that moment when she takes the fetus downstairs and watches it grow, I just think that's more of a motherly role. However, I stated this too on your live stream. I don't know. I think with the way the writing is going is the writers want the people who appear to be good that are probably going to turn out to be bad, and the people that appear to be bad may turn out to be good. That could be a way of with the man in the yellow. The man in the yellow, yeah, he killed Jim, but if you remember, the man in the yellow is also the voice that came on the makeshift radio that Jim made, and he
For the tower.
all he did was repeat what he said to Jim that same day. Your wife shouldn't be digging in that hole, Jim. And then he said the same thing before he killed Jim. So I don't know if he represents evil or if he represented someone who was trying to prevent them from doing something that couldn't be they couldn't change. And that's what I feel like. Like when he came out and he said, you know, when you go dig it, what did he say?
Knowledge comes with consequences.
Knowledge comes with a cost. Comes with a cost. And I believe that, like, Julie trying to save him in that moment. Obviously, she's doing her whole time walker thing where she goes back and forth. And by the way, these short looks, I'm all for the short looks. Tabitha, can we get a short head Tabitha in season 4? Because that look great on her, by the way. And Julie, hey, these shortcuts, they winning in 2026. But yeah, I do feel as though the way this whole thing has been written, where they don't give us a lot of clues, they keep on, we lean to our assumptions. This show, I feel like, is going to be one of those things where the big bad that we think is the big bad turns out to be the big good, and the big bads that I know the big good, right? But it does feel like misdirection. It does feel like a lot of misdirection with this show for sure.
Of course, yeah. I mean, when you can completely recollect a whole sister that what I'm saying, like Anthony was talking to E-Man about, like. You can just start season 4 and be like, oh yeah, my bad. It wasn't my sister. It was my cousin them. It was Craig and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just remember a whole new thing. But real quick, I'm gonna give Yaz the opportunity to address a comment. We don't normally address comments directly, but Yaz, please. You have
Vanessa, I'm not sure exactly what you meant by this specific comment. I am married. I'm a newlywed actually this year. Yeah, still in my first year. I'm out 6 months in now. So,
what day you got married on, Yaz?
I got married on April 20th, if you don't know what day that is. So yeah, I'm not really sure like what you meant by that, but my husband comes first always. Did you not hear me say that, like, if I was Christy, I wouldn't be fucking around with Kenny because like I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like I'm loyal to the end. My man knows. Okay, it's been 6 years, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm married to Vanessa, and my shit got an expiration date. Goddamn it! Like, listen. If by year 5, we still haven't found a way home, I'm going to Colony House and I'm getting loose. I'm getting loose. I'm gonna be like, all this pent up energy. I'm here. You're
gonna pull a Donnie. Go crying into Boyd's arms.
Hey, Boyd.
Boyd specifically, but you see that you're gonna never mind. Just forget about it. Just forget about it. You took that context a little weird. Never mind.
Nah. Thanks, Vanessa. We just informing you, nothing personal, but yeah, Yaz is married as fuck, and I am a witness. Yeah. I was there.
Yeah,
and I saw her ring bearer was a Ninja Turtle. She had the tortoise came out. I don't think the turtle brought the but yeah, it was right by a lake.
She did have the rings.
The tortoise had the so a tortoise.
I mean,
So Donatello walked down the aisle.
Yeah.
There was an alligator in the lake behind the like
Yep.
literally. I was
It was
watching.
Florida as fuck. My wedding was, girl. You should have.
It was the most Florida. Like it was so Florida. It was so Florida. There was a turtle. There was an alligator. Our wedding gifts were THC motivated. It was just, oh man,
and fans, you know, because it's Florida, because it's hot. So you know, what I'm saying?
So
like,
yes,
and gotta get back to the fams. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
absolutely. All right, so one thing that Nathan said, I almost called him Elgin. That's why I didn't want to call him Elgin. But did you hear how he described how they actually shot this scene? I thought that was real fascinating because I'm really interested in the production quality and how you actually do produce and put these things together. Because when we watch these shows and these movies, we're oftentimes watching them and we're looking at them as if they are shot in sequence when they're not. And what he basically just told us was that they basically had shot this scene and then they shot this scene and then they came back and shot this scene because they didn't want to like, okay, shoot. I mean, that's probably how it usually happens. But that's when acting comes about because in my head, I'm like, all right, well, if we're doing this sequentially, then I got to build my feelings up and then here's the big payoff. But what he's saying is like, nah, they shot the whole thing and then they had to go back. I think he said on another day, the next day. Did he say like the next day and get right back into that spirit? Hand fucked up, eye fucked up, and be, you know what I'm saying? And that just shows how like this, like the whole process of acting is like crazy to me. And I don't even know if I'm ready. What's up, Ty?
All while improvising. And that is the key. That shows talent on because improvisation in a scene where you're not being directed, they're like, all right, free reign, you go do what you're gonna do. And to pull this off, like he said he felt like Harold was gonna kill him. He was like, I had a lot of fun. He was like, we were having a lot of fun. But Harold, it felt like Harold was gonna kill me. Like I was like, whoa, okay. Yo, that's dope. Like they improvised that whole scene back and forth, bouncing off each other's energy. That makes that scene even more epic than it was us without us having that knowledge. So yeah.
Would you have liked that scene better if they had the eye dangling from his face, or did you like it?
I don't know. Right? I think I would have been more like shocked, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I would have been more horrified with the eye dangling, I feel like, because I would have been like, oh shit, is that the eye? Oh God.
Added something to it.
It's giving Glenn from Walking Dead. You remember that?
Don't even remind me. I still hate that they did that to my boy Glenn, man.
No, but it was so funny. Niggas like, oh shit, look at your eyes all hanging out and shit. It's all ugly and nasty and shit. Yeah. Oh my God, what the fuck? Yo, I love that shit. Niggas like, oh man, look at you. Like your eyes all hanging out and shit. But nah, it was very dramatic. The funny thing about From is that in this town, we have a revolving door when it comes to people in the town. Like Sarah was cast out. She was bound for the box. And now she is almost the hero of this finale, even though she went through some pretty drastic shit to get the answers. Ultimately, she is the reason why we end up finding Fatima. And for that, does the town reward her? Are they like, bitch?
I mean, did you see their faces when they were in the room? Like, this bitch just, oh my God. They were like, what are we going to do with her now? You know?
It literally was this. Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, Donna's expression was the best. I'm not going to lie. Like, she came running like, oh shit.
Yo, I'll put this on the endless loop right quick. I'm just going to keep this up. And we'll just watch this over and over. Because this scene right here is the business. This was the whole entire season finale wrapped into one scene. Crazy chick, people not knowing what to do. Somebody has some answers, but not real answers. And I want to go back to something that Ty said real quick. And I'm curious as to y'all opinion on this. Yaz is saying that the lady in the kimono was trying to help. And then Ty is saying that, well, help who? And I'm with Ty because the one thing she said that was of any value was that if you do this, at least according to Elgin's character, you get to go back home. And we haven't seen anything remotely close to them actually getting an opportunity to go back home. So I feel like they've been given the okie doke. They've getting bamboozled. Now, who has been telling the truth? The one person who has yet to lie or say anything deceptive has been the man in yellow. Yes, I know he's giving us villain right now. Yes, I know he's giving us, he's the big bad or maybe the lead up boss. But he said, your wife shouldn't have went in that basement. She shouldn't have went in the basement. He said, knowledge comes with a cost. Knowledge comes with a cost. Julie said, run. Jim dumbass said, nah, I'm here to stick it out the fight. Here comes that cost. It comes out your throat. This dude is brutal honesty walking incarnate, while the other lady is a lying-ass hussy from the Civil War area. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is that she literally has not been telling the truth. She convinced Elgin that it would be helpful. But in all honesty, would it have been more helpful for them to let Smiley die and stay dead?
We don't know that.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So here's one thing I've been rattling around in my brain is that there might be a plan, right? This could be a recount from the future, so to speak, right? We already have future Julie coming back trying to change the story, but they always said, hey, the story can't be changed once it's been told. So maybe we're not watching the present. Maybe we're watching the past.
Right.
We don't know what the kimono lady's plan is. We don't know how she ties into any of this. Another thing I've been trying to wrap my head around is like what you just said. Some of these people just ain't lying. Right, the man in yellow didn't necessarily lie. The boy in white hasn't necessarily lied, but they may have a long-term plan. If you were from the future, if you just knew what was going to happen and you were trying to come up with a plan working backwards, you may just nudge and change small and minor things to make sure the things align up to the way that you want them to in the future, right? I keep thinking about how Julie had to throw the rope, right? We knew that we couldn't change the past, but Julie had to throw the rope in order to progress the story forward to get Boyd to a certain point. What if this is all just more stuff to lead us to the next point? Maybe Smiley had to return in order for something to happen in the future that that will help them ultimately, that we just haven't been privy to yet.
Right.
So she could still be good, even though she's bringing about someone bad. That bad person may just have a role to play for a better outcome. What you got, Ty?
And I was just gonna say, because I'm gonna address a couple of things. So the whole thing with Sarah, right? It reminds me when I was a kid, right? And we used to go visit my stepfather's mother. There was this lady that lived on the street. Her name was Miss Pickens, and all of the kids knew that this lady was just mean. Like she was like she was the type of lady, like if you kicked her ball and it went in her yard, you'd be afraid to go get it because she was just like that lady. And everybody knew. The parents knew she was mean. Everybody knew. And like it's like once everybody knows who you are and have come into acceptance, it's just we just know who you are, so we know how to operate in your space. I feel like everybody already knew Sarah was a killer. We already know that. Why do we know she's a killer? Because she's killed people. You know what I'm saying? So we all know that she's a killer. But Boyd has kind of let us know that she's rehabilitated. So
I don't think that's what he said.
Well, no, I'm not saying what he said. What I'm saying is how people are moving. What I mean to say is everybody is moving around in Fromville, knowing that this lady killed someone and is still operating in Fromville without wanting to take her head. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they want to. Maybe they want to, but they're operating like we know this is the crazy lady. Just stay on this side of it. Just don't let your ball go in her yard, is what I'm saying. So
like the same lot.
Yeah, so when they came up there, they was like, she did it again.
Literally Donna's face.
But it's more like we knew she was capable of it because we knew this is Miss Pickens. This is Miss Pickens we talk about. So I'm saying that's how they dealing with Sarah. That's how everybody's looking at her like she did it again, but she didn't do it to us. So just keep the ball out of her yard. We might be okay. So that's all I'm saying with Sarah.
I like
as
that
far
analogy.
as far as the man in the yellow, you're right, Anthony. None of the entities have lied, including Thomas. When Thomas was on the phone, he didn't lie about Tabitha coming back in the ambulance. He didn't lie about I have a very strange feeling that this is Thomas reincarnated. That yellow, the man in yellow. There's a lot of reincarnations happening, and like a lot of people that I think Jim could be the reincarnated version of the man locked up in the thing, because we're not gonna skip past the fact that he recognized Julie. As soon as she came in, and the reason he may have not recognized Boyd is because what we know is when you are reincarnated, you don't necessarily remember your past life.
Correct.
You might have like glimpses and stuff like that as far as like memories go, but you don't remember in the entirety of what happened in your life. And that is why it took the Ankui kids to make Tabitha and Jade remember the past life. So this is again, from writers do a great job of misdirection. But that I remember the last conversation that Thomas had with his dad, which was in the RV when he was with Ethan and they were leaving, and he was trying to talk, Daddy. Daddy, like, and then he started laughing with the sinister laugh, right? Yo, there could be a lot of resentment from baby Thomas to this. Yo, we don't know, but I'm telling you, we're gonna come into season 4, and it's gonna be a whole lot of of the same stuff. You know what I mean? Where we don't get a lot. We get these little crumbs. We get the crumbs, and then we go into these great discussions that we have where we all kind of give our theories and everything like that, and we'll find out whether we're right or wrong in season 172.
170. I have a theory though. So I don't think Martin is Jim. I think Martin is Jade when he first got he's the man that we don't, you see what I'm saying? Like when they first got to the town and before they get reincarnated, I think Martin is Jade, and that body that we found in the cellar, that Elgin found in the cellar, was Martin's body, Jade's original body. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, Julie said she doesn't feel like she was like in somewhere. She feel, you know what I'm saying? She was like in multiple places, like in a parallel universe. So if Julie, you know what I'm saying, like everyone who was in the cellar, Mariel, Julie, and Randall, they were still in the house. Like they were in wherever they were in the houses, but they were also in the cellar. Martin was also in the cellar. So his body had to be somewhere out, you see what I'm saying, outside of the cellar, because it's a kind of parallel universe type thing when they go to sleep like that and that whole experience. So I think Jade is the original, like Martin is the original Jade, technically speaking. His body was the body that Elgin found in the root cellar. And that's why he recognized Julie.
That's a lot of speculation, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that's all you can have on from, man. It's speculation. It's not. You're only getting these little tiny. They over here dropping salt.
But they said they were reincarnated though. We saw Martin disappear and die. You see what I'm saying? And Julie, like she can time walk. You see what I'm saying? So she saw Martin. Martin recognized her. The only way to do that is obviously he knew her. You see what I'm saying? So and Martin's been in that cellar for God knows how long. He said he was there for however long. He's been there for centuries, technically speaking, or whatever. So if you really kind of think about it, it can't be Jim, because Jim, as far as we know, hasn't been reincarnated. Only Tabitha and Jade have.
I have a theory.
Please.
Okay.
My theory is that Martin is someone from the, so it could be from two different points. He's either someone from the far past or he's someone from the far future, and he's a character we haven't met yet, especially when you take into consideration Julie's dream walking. So one thing I've been really hyper focused on this week is just how far is Julie's dream walking going to go. A lot of things that we were told is that the first episode has all the answers, and I think about not even the first episode, I think it was the second episode where Julie was on the porch and she saw that dude in the varsity sweater, and he's like, "Hey Julie, don't you remember me?" And I'm like, the reason that he said that was probably because this Julie hasn't met her yet, but maybe a Julie from the future was walking through the past and came across him, and then they have whatever weird entangled relationship that they have. And
Wait,
that same
what
thing
happened?
could,
What happened?
so
When
back
did that
in
happen?
season one, maybe like the second episode, after the RV crashed, everybody was trying to rush to get to Colony House in the
It
rain.
was Julie,
Jade
her
was
mom, Jade.
yeah. As
They
they
were
were
saving
walking, as they were banging on the door to Colony House, the people wasn't trying to let them in at first, but the monsters were coming around the wraparound porch. And one of the monsters was in a varsity sweater, and he
It's a
went
young
to Julie.
kid in a varsity sweater.
He was just like, "Hey, Julie, don't you remember me?" And she was like, "The fuck?" And she kind of got like hypnotized by him for a second, and then they got rushed into the house.
Yeah, Kenny was like, "Get back!"
Yeah, and then he shot dude in the shoulder. We've only seen that monster like one other time since, and that was when Smiley was reborn. He was in this room. That particular monster may have known a future incarnation of Julie that's visited the past, is my theory. And the same thing could be with Martin. Maybe Martin knew Julie because she time travels back to the past. So before he was captured, maybe he knew Julie, and Julie was like, "Yo, go left, don't go right. Make sure you don't eat the like." Maybe she was trying to. She can't change things outright, but she can make small interactions, like throwing the rope. So I think future Julie is going to have a reason why people recognize her that we haven't made that connection yet. I think she's the reason, because she's story walking, right? That's what they call it, story walking.
Story walking, yeah.
Well, the story walking is confusing because she's doing all this while staying in from Ville. Like, she can't walk outside of this area, and also she's going into areas that we don't even, like the tower or wherever this castle where Martin they found him, we don't know where that is in real life. That's just as of right now.
No, we know where that is.
Yeah, we know where
it was. We know where it was.
Boyd and Sarah found the lighthouse, remember?
So this is the thing. They found the ruins in present time. Boyd knows where it's at, but he can only walk into it when he has a torch in his hand. Otherwise, it just looks like broken down ruins.
Yeah.
But when he even went back there, and that's how he was able to break the music box at the end of season 2. He got the torch, he lit it, and all of a sudden he was transported back to when
he used the torch to break it.
Yes. So we have an idea of where those ruins are, but the thing is like, what was this land before? That's another thing that I keep touching on, and I don't want to give too much away, but what was this land before? We keep seeing ruins of like castle-like structures, everything made of stone. And you know damn well that we don't build houses with stone like that no more. We haven't done that in a long ass time. So when are these dungeons from? When is this lighthouse from? When will all of these things what time period are they referencing? So yeah, I think all of these people met Julie from the future.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, that's a really good, I think that's a really good theory, Anthony. I would definitely support that. And it is again one of those very confusing things, because we have seen Julie walk through the tunnels, and she has had the ability to interact with the monsters. They maybe haven't shown those scenes, and we don't know if every monster is really like killer like that. We don't know if there's if the one in the varsity jacket was like helping her at some point, because he could have been a helpful monster, and we don't know that those things even exist because we haven't seen those scenes yet. So I mean, and if the kimono lady is being helpful, then we do know that is a capability of the monsters to be helpful, in some way, shape, or form. So we like, again, this is the thing about From, man, is it's gonna leave so many doors open for speculation to, we'll be talking about this until we wind up in Fromville.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what happened.
It's
Okay. A little more speculation, and then we can go ahead and get up out of here real quick if it's cool with y'all. Or we can go here forever. Shit, I don't give a damn. I ain't got shit to do until a little later on today, but I ain't trying to be here forever because I am trying to. I am curious about Dune. If y'all are peeping that, and
yes, I love Dune.
And
I've only seen the first episode.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, we may take a couple minutes and go into that, but for right now, from everything, I like to talk about what we can anticipate for season 4 and what will more than likely the overwhelming majority of the season be based on. In my opinion, for me, I think that season 4 will be exploring what it is that went down with Randall, Julie, and the other hospital lady whose name I
Marielle.
Thank you. Anthony knows all the cast personally, so I don't want to insult any of them. So I think that we'll kind of get more of the story walking. We'll get more of that, but I don't think that we're going to walk away from season 4 like, oh, so that's what it was. We're going to just know a lot more, and we'll be happy about knowing more. But resolutions, be damned. I don't think that that's what type of show this is, and that's fine because the fun is in the speculation. I wonder whether or not, and I don't know if this crosses y'all minds too. Jim, I mean, he dead. Like, it's like there's no. We don't think that there's any possibility. There's a dream. This was something that happened and far said.
Nah, he dead.
Imagination. He dead. He's gone. Is that for real? Nothing. This. Wow. Ouch. Okay. Damn. That's crazy. I guess that's how it is. What do y'all think is going to be season 4? What's the whole entire basis of it? What do we focus on most?
I think season 4 is going to be called Elgin's Revenge. I absolutely think Elgin is not going to take pulling his eye out lightly or hitting his hand with a hammer. Everybody better be on their guard. Elgin, yes, absolutely. You do not get to take out my eye, bang up my hand, and think that it's just the smoke will be brought. By Elgin. I think Elgin is definitely going to team up with the kimono lady. She's going to be like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. We going to get there. I got my eldest son back. Oh, look, just set the traps. I got you from there, baby. Yeah, so I think Elgin definitely takes a turn. So I know he's been an innocent character and helpful in a lot of the last season. But I think that his arc is about to change. I don't think you get to do something. You don't get to torture somebody.
You're being serious.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I don't think you get bro. You don't get to torture. You don't get to torture this man and take his eye, and he has to walk around and know and see your face, knowing what you did to him. He's not. Elgin was already kind of reclusive. And I just feel like when you everybody's got a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And I absolutely think that he comes back in some way and it's like, look, that I'm down to look, man. Right now, I think him and Randall might team up because they both have some grief and some drama with Boyd. Boyd has caused both of them extreme injuries. You got Randall walking around looking like he's auditioning for the Joker, and you got Elgin, Elgin with one eye, and a busted up hand. So I absolutely think, and look, you heard it from Elgin himself. He likes hanging out with Randall. Him and Randall are cool. So
is that what he said?
Yeah. He said they're cool. He said they cool.
Did you interview him yet? You interviewed him yet, Anthony?
Randall, yeah, I interviewed him once, and he threw me
the British
off.
accent, right?
Yeah, I was not ready for that. I was not
He
ready.
got a
I was
British
like,
accent?
excuse me? Yeah, he's super British. He's like one of
Is it
those
on- is it on-
Hackney British. Like I can't
Oh,
even do
wow.
that accent. I'm gonna mess it up.
It's like the Peaky Blinders, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
This is taking order by order of the Peaky Blinders. Tommy. Sorry. That's fascinating, man. So yeah, I wonder what he had. Did we finish learning what we wanted to learn from Miranda that you had on your interview?
Oh, I think
Before we
so.
head out of here?
I had like one other thing, but listen, that's a nice little tease. We've given enough.
Check that out.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our interview coming up with Christy coming up on Tuesday. I'm still going to do the Monday Night Live. Tuesday we're going to interview Chloe, and I'm still trying to work on one more. I got to make some phone calls for this one. Like they don't even want emails. I got to make some phone calls for this one.
Oh wow.
This
boy is
Exclusive.
Man, he about to get the man in the yellow. He about the man in the yellow. Man on yellow gonna pull up in a yellow suit. Like that's what's up.
That's
Scared
cool.
the shit out of all of us.
Well, before we head up out of here, Ty, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I want to again listen, yo, the comment section, y'all was off the chain today. We appreciate y'all all pulling up. Yo, man, listen, we love y'all. We do this for y'all, and we just want to ask y'all, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Do it for the gram, man. Nah, I'm just playing, but no, seriously, everybody who came into the comment section, we love the support. We love the comments. We appreciate y'all. Just if you could hit that share and that like button, man, on your way out, man. But thank you.
And hit that Cash App. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. All right, we ain't got it set up yet, but we will pretty soon. Yeah. Next thing coming up is Anthony's The Movie Blog Monday night broadcast. It is a vibe. Pull on up. I can't pull up this Monday if it's okay. If you will not having me, I don't.
You're more than welcome.
No softball this week. No home runs for me. Although maybe some the show going on that day, I'm sure. And so definitely we'll pull up. And then Tuesday, of course, as you just heard from Anthony, he will be having on the one and only Christy. And Christy, there it is. Christy will be live and direct on the movie blog online. So make sure you all subscribe, like, and hit that Cash App button. I keep calling it the Cash App button, but that's not what it actually is. But you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know who y'all is. That's all I got, man. Anything on the way out? Oh, I don't know what happened with Maddi today. So for those of y'all who, if anybody pulled up to see Maddi, sorry, don't know what exactly happened, but we'll chat with her a little later. But as for now, we look forward to speaking to y'all again Monday, Tuesday, definitely Saturday, and look for announcements for anything in between. Silo and Dune. No, yes. Anthony, are we going to talk about that at all? At some point in time, From can't go.
You want to talk about it on Monday?
I'm completely down. I don't want to. Look, the Fromily seems to be violently, aggressively watching that show. And I don't ever want to. I get the sense that as soon as you go, okay, let's talk about Dune, it's going to go from 300 subscribers, 300 in the chat to 3. But we got to build up that Dune is.
I hope that's not the case, Vince, because Dune, I'm caught up, and Dune is like really starting to grow. Really? It lost you?
Yeah. Yeah, the second one, Silo is killing it, but Dune, but we'll talk about it a little later. But let's pull up on Monday, man. Let's pull up on the movie blog and chat on that as well. As for right now, unless anybody else had anything else, Yaz has to get to her husband, Vanessa.
That's it.
All right.
Stop playing with that woman. Vanessa Olive. That was just like, we just had to clarify. I'm a happily married woman. Okay. So just wanted to make sure that you did know. You know, I always put my husband first. Okay, even before I'm tortoise, and that's my child. So just saying.
Tortoise. On behalf of myself, Yaz, her marriage, Nolly, Anthony, and Bad Ty, and anybody else who ever messes with us, man. And big thanks one more time to Nathan D D Simmons for joining us. Y'all know him as
Yes.
Elgin. This dude was a whole vibe, and we had a great time with him. And we hope that he'll come back on again when he's playing the ruler of Wakanda or whatever it is, or whatever role it is. But as we always say, at least in our universe, be your authentic self, because if you ain't being yourself, guess what? You being fake. It ain't no honor in that. And in all things, if you a geek, go ahead, as we say, just like we learned from Elgin today, you a geek, go ahead and let that good old geek flag fly.
I love the new Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except now I got a name. Got it out the mud, but we got no stains. Cold ass lizard with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean, so he always got hoes.
I love the new Blurred